Hey y'all, how you doing? Glad you came through. Welcome to the Sugar Love Show, where we have fun. Grab your friends and dance along. Join the party all night long. Get ready for a ride, buckle up, hold tight. We're gonna ignite. Shake your body to the rhythm. Let the music take control. When the beat drops, you better lose control. We're here to make memories, create an unforgettable night. Forget about your worries. Let's spread the love and shine so bright. Welcome to the Sugar Love Show, where the energy is high. We're gonna dance till the morning light. Feel the music, let it flow through your veins. Come on, everybody, let's have fun. Hey y'all, how you doing? Glad you came through. Welcome to the Sugar Love Show, where we have fun. Grab your friends and dance along. Join the party all night long. Get ready for a ride, buckle up, hold tight. We're gonna ignite. Shake your body to the rhythm. Let the music take control. When the beat drops, you better lose control. We're here to make memories, create an unforgettable night. Forget about your worries. Let's spread the love and shine so bright. Welcome to the Sugar Love Show, where the energy is high. We're gonna dance till the morning light. Feel the music, let it flow through your veins. Come on, everybody, let's have fun. Hey y'all, how you doing? Glad you came through. Welcome to the Sugar Love Show, where we have fun. Grab your friends and dance along. Join the party all night long. Get ready for a ride, buckle up, hold tight. We're gonna ignite. Shake your body to the rhythm. Let the music take control. When the beat drops, you better lose control. We're here to make memories, create an unforgettable night. Forget about your worries. Let's spread the love and shine so bright. Welcome to the Sugar Love Show, where the energy is high. We're gonna dance till the morning light. Feel the music, let it flow through your veins. Come on, everybody, let's have fun. Hey y'all, how you doing? Glad you came through. Welcome to the Sugar Love Show, where we have fun. Grab your friends and dance along. Join the party all night long. Get ready for a ride, buckle up, hold tight. We're gonna ignite. Shake your body to the rhythm. Let the music take control. When the beat drops, you better lose control. We're here to make memories, create an unforgettable night. Forget about your worries. Let's spread the love and shine so bright. Welcome to your house.
Y'all, how y'all doing? I know it's a late night. It's a late night. It's a late night. But I'm telling you, I had a phenomenal. Hey Chase. Hey Jackie. Hey Mimi. How y'all doing? And I'll be having to catch up and stuff. And Jackie like, you better get on. She's right, right? She's absolutely right. Because I be going to sleep and that brings you all the way down in your analytics, right? But we had a phenomenal. Don't forget to check out our love service that we have. If you're not part of the Sugar Babes, click on the Sugar Babes on Tuesdays. It'll be 5 o'clock Eastern time. But whatever time will be your time on my 5 o'clock Eastern time, come on over there and get some praise on. Learn to get some word. It's just a beautiful. Every Tuesday, once a week, every Tuesday. Make sure you guys is there. Make sure you guys support. It just uplifts you. Right? Y'all hear me opening up my snacks, right? Right. So I'm just going to do this. I call them Beavis and Butthead. Don't know what to call them no more these days. But we're going to get straight on into this show. Yes, we are. Right? I'm going to start here. I remember watching Public Offender when he first got on the YouTube. And I think he was like under 100. Y'all guys remember? And I'm like, wow, this guy, hopefully he grow really quick. And then now look, my man, he close to 10,000. He was under 100. Now he close to 10,000. All right, do your thing. Right, let's go.
Aussie has linked up to bring us this masterpiece, disaster piece, if you will. Terrible takes abound. Prepare yourself. Trigger warning. All the good stuff.
I think the other thing too, why arranged marriages were such a thing, and going back to female sovereignty when it comes to sexual autonomy, I think a controversial take. I think female sexual is a problem, and the reason why is that they make really bad decisions with partners most of the time. What they look for when they're at their highest value and they're young and hot, they want a bad boy that's good looking.
So let me get this straight right off the rip. This guy is essentially saying that women having the right to choose who they want to sleep with is a bad thing. Amazing, right? It's crazy. Right off the bat, we're just starting off with the hottest take of the century. Just that women, they don't deserve the right to choose who they sleep with because they're bad at it. Let's hear the reasons why women are bad at it.
They want a bad boy that's good looking, has a bunch of money, and commitment phobe, right? Mm-hmm. And what ended up happening is like her need for excitement overrides her need for security. And as she gets older, she needs the rope.
That guy that you're describing kind of doesn't. I'm not saying they don't exist at all, but that guy doesn't. I don't know. That dude doesn't really exist, man. Right? I don't know. It just sounds like a made up fairy tale dude. And I know they're going to say, well, that's what women want, but they really don't want that though. Where are you getting that's what women want? Like, there's no evidence. That's not what most women date. That's not what most women marry. That's not who most women procreate with. Where are you getting this information from? Is that who you're attracted to, Myron?
Roller coaster. Yeah. And then as she gets older, that need for security goes up in priority. But the problem is that her value is diminishing as she's looking for security.
Less able to get the security.
She's less able to get it.
More able to get it when she's younger and more attractive, less able to afterwards.
And this is why I say all the time, I think the father, or at least a brother or an uncle, someone.
That's just not true. When will men stop lying about the quote unquote value of women? Women are always valuable at whatever age. And furthermore, it is way easier to find a young man who is attracted to an older woman than it is to find a young woman attracted to an older man. That is, you guys got to get off of Pornhub. That's, you guys are, your minds are warped by pornography. You think that that's how women think, but that's just how they act in porn. Okay.
And this is why I say all the time, I think the father, or at least a brother or an uncle, someone close to that woman, needs to be involved in the mating process, because the brother or one of these guys, like, they don't have a sexual interest in her. So they're going to be able to size that guy up and be like, no, this guy's fucking bad for you. This guy.
No, Myron, I fully believed you would sleep with your sister. You seem like the type that would be attracted to a sister. That's just me.
You're in a Harley with a leather jacket. He just wants to have sex with you, never take you seriously. With a leather jacket, he just wants to have sex with you, never take.
Hold on, this is
like, they don't have a sexual interest in her. So they're going to be able to size that guy up and be like, no, this guy's fucking bad for you. This guy's here in a Harley with a leather jacket.
Real quick, men, I'm sorry, men are terrible at vetting men. Men, the reason why men are so bad at vetting men is because typically men are abusive in nature themselves. Not in nature, but men are inherently abusive to women, and men are inherently neglectful. And the things that men would allow, like, so let's say that men, let's say that men,
love,
you know, whatever, are looking for certain
your
things in a man for,
picture,
you know,
Mister.
for his daughter or his sister or whoever, right? That's the case. The problem with that is this, though. There are other things that men won't look for in a man because they themselves exhibit this. So what I'm saying is men don't look for things like a man that is neglectful. They don't really clock that because men are neglectful. So if you like, so what I'm saying is like, if a man sees another man walking, you know, 15 feet in front of his wife, you know, a lot of men won't clock that. A lot of men won't be like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on with that? Because they do that. They don't think that's a problem. They just think she's walking slow. You know what I'm saying? They don't pick up on stuff like that. And that is when it comes to like neglect, they don't, that is the number one form of abuse is neglect. Women, they don't pick up on men financially abusing women, because a lot of men financially abuse women. They don't know what it looks like. Right? Giving your wife just enough money to buy groceries, making your wife ask for everything. A lot of men will be like, yeah, because, you know, I control the money, so that makes sense. I make all the money or whatever. Like, a lot of men don't look at that and go, damn, that's financial abuse. So yeah, men are terrible at vetting other men, historically and currently.
He just wants to have sex with you, never take you seriously. I'm here to protect you from yourself.
Sure you don't make bad decisions.
I don't want you to you from yourself.
Sure you don't make bad decisions.
Like, they don't have a sexual interest in her.
Listen to the
so they're
type
going to be able
of
to
men.
size that guy up and be like,
Listen to the type of men that he is describing, by the way, as the
Hold on.
love interest for these women.
no, this guy's fucking bad for you. This guy's here in a Harley with a leather jacket. He just wants to have sex with you, never take you seriously. I'm here to protect.
In a Harley, on a Harley
First
in a
of
leather
all,
jacket, sir. Are you describing the
It won't
Fonz?
let me mute it.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Hold on.
He
Oh, I'm telling you, this internet acting stupid. First of all, how many men be around their friends that act like total nutcases, right? And you would think, oh, they would. No, you don't even check your own friends. You don't check your own family members. How are we going to choose? How are we going to get you to choose us a mate? And why y'all talking about women all the time? Damn, that's why they don't want y'all no more. You understand? They don't want most of y'all no more. They have That's why they don't want most of y'all no more. They sick of y'all. They are sick of y'all. You want to pick and choose, and you want to do this. I'm telling you, that man, that damn Myron. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Now,
He clearly gets his, I'm telling you, if it ain't porn, he's getting it from like 90 sitcoms. What are you talking about? Who is wearing leather jackets and riding Harleys? Those men are not popular in 2024. I'm sorry. Not they had their heyday back in 1983 when your mom was fucking in love with Poison and in love with Motley Crue and shit. But in 2024, that ain't the guy, bro. That's the guy you're attracted to? Okay, just say that.
Protect you from yourself.
Sure, you don't make that
I
decision.
don't want you to lose value because if you lose value and you're not able to find a mate, I'm still responsible for you, right? The dad, that's why women never left the house. Like the dad knew, like if I don't marry her off, I'm going to be responsible for her. So if I have to keep giving her resources, right, and paying for this, well, I'm going to have a stake in who the hell she marries and who she
Women left the house all the time. What are you talking about? Men married their daughters off all the time.
gets involved with, and like and then you can't finesse another dude because the guy's going to ask the real questions. Hey, what do you do for work? What are your plans? Are you in school right now? They're going to ask the real questions. Whereas like girls are going to like kind of, what do you do? And then get fooled.
As if women aren't asking those those hard hitting questions about, are you in school? What are you doing? The hard hitting questions that the men ask. Did you notice that these dudes are? It's so obvious that these men are like just playing men for rubes and fools. He's not giving you anything, gentlemen. Listen to it again. He's not giving you anything, nothing. Watch.
Questions. Hey, what do you do for work? What are your plans? Are you in school right now? They're going to ask the real marries and who she gets involved with, and like and then you can't finesse another dude because the guy's going to ask the real questions. Hey, what do you do for work? What are your plans? Are you in school right now? They're going to ask the real questions. Whereas like girls are going to like kind of, what do you do? And then get fooled.
When I was
so. The questions that he asked were very basic questions, were they not? This is very basic questions. What do you do for school? Where do you work? Where do you live? Whatever, right? Stuff like that. As if women don't ask those questions. You're probably asking those questions before you even go on a date with the man, to be honest with you, right? That's topical shit. But the way that he tried to do it, because he didn't really, those are stupid questions. He couldn't even think of real, like, deeper questions to ask because he doesn't know how to vet men. So he said the most obvious questions. And then when he said that the women don't know how to ask or women don't know what to ask, he literally repeated the same thing just in a woman's voice to try to like make it like, like trying to clown the women. Like, what do you do? You mean she just asked the same thing he asked, but in her voice? Like she could do the same. Obviously, she can ask the same questions.
Funny you should say fool. When I was doing the research work for my fourth book, Religion, I had to talk to a lot of people of different varieties of religions. Right? I talked to Muslims, I talked to Christians, I talked to Jews, I talked to Hindus, I talked to Sikhs. So I had to talk to these guys quite a bit. And a lot of the men in Islam, they line up exactly with what you're talking about. Yeah. And that's why I said I understand the want for it, because if you have an older man who understands the nature of men in general, like for instance, like
what makes you think older men understand the nature of men? Older men are pig-headed, stubborn, prideful, egotistical, abusive, jaded, more conservative, less open to listening. What do you mean they understand the nature of men? You're talking about the older men that are screaming at kids for doing the same shit they did? They understood the nature. Why would they do stuff like that? Older men, just because you're older doesn't mean you're wiser. It doesn't mean like, I would think that like the most intelligent man, you know what I mean? Like functional intelligence would be like an older, wise, progressive man, a man that is still learning and still open, right? And not jaded. Like, yeah, that man. Okay. I agree. But Rolo, most men aren't that man.
I think it was Abu American. He was telling me, that he has sons and he has daughters. He says, I don't want my sons to be with ugly. I'm going to find them, good-looking women that I think that I would want in my family. Like he's making a family decision, not only.
So all it takes for a man to find a mate is her be good looking. But for the woman, he has to make money. He has to be a provider. He has to do all of these other things, which that's exactly what I say, men. I don't understand why men argue with what I say all the time. When the men that you guys look up to literally say the same thing that I'm saying, except the only difference is they just clown women and lie about women. That's the only difference. When I say the things that men do, y'all like to argue and act like I'm making this shit up. Like, no, that's not me. He is telling you men only care about what women look like. He didn't say I'm going to find him or her. I'm going to find my son an honest woman, a nice woman, a sweet woman, an intelligent woman. He didn't say that. He said I'm going to find him a pretty woman. Okay.
Only that, but also like to find out what the best interest of his son is, as well as his daughters. He doesn't want his daughters to be with some bums or some fat dudes either. You know, he wants a guy who can work out, who has good prospects and everything. He's looking out for the best interest. In an ideal world, a good patriarchal father is going to look out for the best interest of his sons and his daughters.
Absolutely.
And as a father of a daughter, I understand.
And I would argue with daughter, it's even more important. Like, because I look at women kind of like as glass. What I mean by that is like, they don't handle trauma well, right? Like they're not built to deal with trauma, and they don't become sexier from dealing with trauma. Scars on a man is good. Scars on a woman are not fucking good. And like if you shatter a piece of glass, right, or a glass cup, right, and then you try to put water, you tape it back and everything, you try to put water in it, it's always going to leak, right? That's why I always say like girls that are former sex workers or girls that were like super promiscuous in the past, they'll never be good to you because
another OnlyFans,
their value's
another
diminished.
technology that women are not
Destroyed.
prepared for.
Yeah,
you know that they don't.
Let's go back because these statements are crazy right here.
And like if you shatter a piece of glass, right, or a glass cup, dealing with trauma, scars on a man is good. Scars on a woman are not fucking good. And like if you shatter a piece of glass, right, or a glass cup, right, and then you try to put water, you tape it back and everything, you try to put water in it, it's always going to leak, right?
No, sir. Scars on men are not good. When men are scarred, they turn into unalivers. They turn into killers. They turn into serial abusers. They become the most violent men on the planet. They become the most disrespectful, deranged men on the planet, deceptive men on the planet. What are you talking about? Like, what? No. Men cannot handle, men who are scarred, men cannot handle rejection. Where's all the video of women being rejected by a man and then going home, getting a knife, coming back and stabbing that man? Where are all the videos of women walking up to men on the street, punching men in their faces? Where are all the videos where's all the evidence, the empirical data that women are out here committing homicides against men, in relationships? Like, where is that? No, sir, you're wrong. That's crazy. Women, when they are hurt, they internalize their hurt. They hold on to the pain. That's why women who are in relationships have a bunch of health setbacks, rheumatoid arthritis, stomach issues, you know what I mean? PCOS, things of that nature. Like they can't deal with, they have autoimmune diseases, right? Because they internalize all of the trauma, right, and pressure in the relationship. Also, the women who you're talking about, the promiscuous women, the OF women and all of that stuff, those women, the reason why you can't trust them, which I don't believe that, but just based on what he's saying, extremely promiscuous women usually have a history of trauma. They themselves were sexually abused, if not just other forms of abuse, emotionally abused, whatever, physically abused. Boys too. So boys who are like men who are extremely promiscuous, if you look back far enough, I bet you they have a lot of trauma. Right? Same thing for women. So you can't trust men who were extremely traumatized either. But we're not talking about that, right? We're talking about women. Okay, he's acting like it's the promiscuity that is leading to the trauma. That's not it. If you're healthy and you decide to be promiscuous, because there are people who are healthily promiscuous, right?
I just want to let y'all know, right? Tomorrow, like D-Ray, I seen he's been on a roll, right? Sometimes I gotta catch the replay because I be dozing off. But a couple of his videos, I'm not playing the full videos. If y'all want to see the full videos, go check out DJ Torch. But on my other channel, with these bad baby daddies and stuff, baby, we're gonna be showing that tomorrow morning. Some of y'all maybe still be sleeping. Maybe I catch my replay and his replay. But y'all make sure y'all go on over there. He's been on the road, and I'm sure enough gonna cover it tomorrow if I'm if I can stay up, right? I'm gonna be up, but I gotta knock some videos out because if you don't stay on top of it, the algorithm go down. But I just wanted to show Beavis and Butthead right here, letting us know that we can't vet men. We ain't get to that part yet. Only they can find men for us. Yeah. So that's coming up tomorrow morning. I didn't know how late it was tonight. That's right. Check them out. If you ain't got them, go get them because he's really close to 1,000. Right? And like if you look at the public offender, he was like 100, less than 100. So he got supported. So we got to support my brother over here. I mean, he putting in that work. If anything, share him on your community. We all have a community tab. Share it on your community tab. That's one way of people might click in on. Share it. If you're watching me, share it on your community tab. Right? That's one way. Hit them likes and all that good stuff. And let's finish with Beavis and Butthead.
Who are in a healthy mind state, but they just want to have sex with a bunch of people. Perfectly okay. Doing it safely, perfectly okay. There's nothing that's I don't believe anything bad comes from that. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't believe anything bad comes from that. But if you have been traumatized in your youth or during the time of the promiscuity, then okay, I could see that being a thing. So he's just trying to slip in there this way once again to manipulate women and control women's bodies. Like, oh no, women just, they're promiscuous or whatever the case may be. No, that's not promiscuity in and of itself isn't an issue. Let's be fucking for real.
Right. That's why I always say girls that are former sex workers or girls that were super promiscuous in the past, they'll never be good to you because
another technology that women are not prepared for.
Yeah.
That they don't see the downstream, the long-term effects. In fact, nobody does. We've never seen this. I mean, it's only been around. I mean, it's only been popularized since about 2020.
My prediction is we're going to see in 20 years, we're going to see so many women tattooed, single, wrinkled, looking crazy. Used to be OnlyFans chicks, used to be sex workers.
Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. What does any of those things have to do with anything? Wrinkled, old, tattooed. I'm not okay. Are these things supposed to be inherently bad? Am I supposed to be afraid of this woman?
I know, right? Gotta be up.
Whatever, maybe. Because
why are you worried?
There's on the internet flying right now. The internet never hides anything.
Why do you care?
You're gonna see the past is gonna come haunt a lot of these girls, man. And going back to what I was saying.
You mean the sugar baby who got pregnant by your fresh and fit partner, Mr. Fresh himself? You mean like that?
But the father being involved, etc. Like this girl right here, she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. Oh well, I don't know this and that. It's just a bunch of fucking words out. She couldn't make a conclusive decision because the guy is clearly attractive, right? But she knows he's not good for her to some degree. But she doesn't have the ability to make a decision because there wasn't a man in there to help her. With,
do you remember? Did you watch? I'm sure you watched Tinder Swindler. Right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what? I watched that whole thing and I was just beside myself. I'm like, where is the main girl? Where is the father? Where is her brother? Where is her uncle? Where is a responsible adult male to say no? You're not getting on this fucking airplane with this dude you just met 45 minutes ago on fucking Tinder.
It doesn't, sir. A man, or I'm sure that those women hid all of that from the men and the women in their lives. If they would have told a woman that, a woman would have been like, "Girl, what you doing?" Right? They hid it from everybody.
What about
Jesus Christ?
How about them passport brothers?
Why would a man be? You think if your daughter told your wife that she's taking?
What about them passport brothers? Nobody told their ass to jump on no plane. Neither. Okay, nobody told them to jump on the plane. Neither. Let's go.
Out alone for a man that she wasn't in a committed relationship. I'm saying one alone. You think your wife would be like, okay? Your wife would be like, what? What are you doing? No. So what does a man have to do with being a man has nothing to do with that. need a father for nothing to do with it. You guys are making the worst case for men being like they're just trying to like make it seem like women need men so much. Like women will just fail without men. Nothing you guys are saying is convincing me that women need men.
You went after.
Also, you're making the case that that men should just leave women the fuck alone.
Women that were like all in their epiphany phase.
Yeah.
Every single one of them, I think, like we're in
Yeah,
their
they were all
late
post
20s.
30s. Yeah, post 30s.
They're all post 30s.
Mhm.
Okay, I was thinking in my head they're either late 20s or in their
They're
30s.
trying to look for the shift to come in.
Dude, yeah. And like, you know, when women, they could say whatever the fuck they want to say. But like, you meet, you guys was a Chad, right? Multi-millionaire, etc., jet, all this shit. Like, yeah, they're like, oh my God, finally it's here. You know, and let's be honest, like a lot of these girls, like, you know, were probably 3 or 4s when they were younger. And they know they don't qualify for this type of guy, but they're like, oh my God, he's here. So
I mean, that one girl,
like,
Any man with any woman, a 25-year-old woman, a 35-year-old woman, comes along and has a private jet, most women are going to be interested in that man. Whatever, interested in that man. Epiphany phase, fucking 304. I don't care what phase they're in their lives. They're gonna be interested in that man the vast majority of the time.
I wonder if they got 9 bank loans for this guy. After the first 2, they're like, when you get to the third one, where's dad? Where's brother? Where's a guy to step in? And of course, I made this observation when the film came out and everything. I was talking about it on my own show, and women lost their fucking minds, man. They were,
where's mom? Where's sister? Where's aunt? Where's it's the same thing. You think women are dumb or something? Like what? And also, sir, men don't get swindled. Make it make sense. If men never got swindled, then okay, you can maybe make a but men get swindled.
or like, how dare you? She can make her own decisions. She isn't a man to come step in and do anything for her. I'm like, the whole fucking show is about this guy taking this girl to clean her for fucking 9 fucking bank loans, and had one responsible dude, friend,
let me meet
I
this
don't care,
fucking
some possibly masculine motherfucker steps in and says, no, you're going to get killed if you go on this plane to go to, I don't know, Mykonos, where the fuck they were going, right? And it's like nothing sat wrong with her throughout the whole like sort of, you know, courtship or whatever it was. Well, he did the whole thing with several other girls as well, probably still doing it today, right?
Yeah. I think they wanted
him. I'm sure he is, but like, I mean, the guy's like passing off bullshit like he's a diamond merchant, he's this, he's that, whatever. And I'm just like, where's the guy to step in and say, what the fuck are you doing? You know, and like to say, no, I'm going to physically restrain you from going and getting on this private jet and flying off to who knows where to get sold into slavery or whatever the fuck it is, right? You know, where is the guy? And the answer is nowhere. And you know why no guy steps up? Because because we have acculturated and we have taught men and we have socialized men that it is not our place to do that. She's a woman, she's an adult, she can go and make her own decisions, right? And so like, you probably also remember, like just not too long, I think it was this year, it would have been like right around March or April, and like some guys were going around like, I think it was New York or something like that, and they're just like cold cocking women on the streets, right? The guy walking around, and then crazy. The one guy who steps in to defend women, he's the one that goes to jail, because of the laws or whatever it is, right? And so
not because of the laws or whatever it is. See, this is a big blind spot for men like Rollo. I'm sure Rollo is any white man that is this misogynistic is you can almost guarantee he's extremely racist, right? So intersectionality is not this guy's strong suit. No, that young man that got arrested for stepping up for that woman, that wasn't the case. But anyways, that young man that got arrested because he was he was a black young man. That's why he got arrested. He was a black person, right? It wasn't because of the laws or whatever. It was because he was a black man, guaranteed, without a doubt. That was why. And what that proves is that men, the patriarchy, the police, who are the largest defenders of the patriarchy outside of the military, the police don't care about women because the man who was defending the woman got arrested. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? You guys like to scream that gynocentric society bullshit. If the society was gynocentric, if the society was actually gynocentric, that man would be a hero. Right? If the society was gynocentric, that man would be a hero. Instead, in your little fucking irrational mind, right? You irrational male, you are sitting here you are trying to warp this and make this shit into like this, like, oh, see, that's an example of them being like, you should have stayed out of this woman's business. No, that makes zero sense. That's dumb. That's irrational.
So what happens is then women are losing their shit. They're going, how come men aren't protecting us? We're the protectors. And so if a guy such as myself or you or anybody else says, women need men to watch out for them, to protect them. You know what the snarky comeback is?
Protect them from who? Men, right?
Protect them from who?
Yeah.
Other men. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
You're 100% fucking.
Yeah. You don't have a comeback for that. So you just accept it and then pivot. Yeah. If you guys look, if you guys were actually out, first of all, women are not expecting men to protect them, because women know if women expected men to protect women, women wouldn't be the ones who protect women the majority of the time. Women are the protectors of women and children, right? So with that said, those women are not waiting for a man to step up to do any fucking thing. Secondly, if you guys are actually protectors, either one of you men, you would be tired of being a protector, right? And you would get to the point to where you're like, you know what? We need to nip this shit in the bud. We need to stop it. We need to address it at its source. And how do you address it at its source? Where do you go to? You go to the men. You go to the source of violence. That's where you go. You go to the source of abuse. You go to the source of manipulation. You go straight to men. You should be out here with me on the front lines. Like, hey, man, stop. This is crazy. Why are you guys so abusive? Why are you guys so violent? That's where you want to go if you were really a protector. But you're not. You guys just like to use the idea of protection to control women. You use protection the same way that the mafias use protection, the protection of small businesses and even big businesses. Oh, it would be a shame if somebody came in here and burned the place down, and then his homie fucking Luigi fucking lights a lighter and then lights a cigarette inside the, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get the message. It'll be crazy in here if somebody, broke in one night and they throw a glass at the mirror just to, you know what I mean? Like, and then they go, for a small fee, for 10% of everything you bring in, for a small 10% VIG, small 10% cut of everything you bring in. What? 10%? Our profit margins are only 15. Can't help you there. You want to lose most of it, or you want to lose all of it? Okay, you win. That's how that's how men use protection. Same concept.
Fucking right.
Yeah.
Protect them from other men, because if you don't, and then of course I'm the asshole and I go, protect you from yourselves.
That too.
Because you're gonna live too. You're gonna have this cognitive dissonance between I don't need no man to protect me, and oh my God, people are running around New York cold talking random women, and it's men's fault for not being masculine machismo men to come out and defend us. Oh, here's one, and he went to jail for a result of it. So it's just this, like I said, this cascade effect
Leads to a lot of problems, man.
And exactly, and all because
he couldn't connect that dot. I don't know if you guys caught that. He couldn't connect that dot. He couldn't connect that dot, right? With the guy going to jail, you just said it again. The machismo men who step up and then they go to jail. But you act like women put him in jail. What are you talking about? How does that connect?
Because of this sort of like hubris and this idea that, well, it doesn't matter, I can protect myself. No, you can't.
Yeah.
And when you can't, who do you go to? You go and say it's men's fault for not protecting it.
And here's what sucks even more, because
women protect women. That's what happens.
I literally tweeted this and I said that this is a problem because this girl has a massive amount of influence. People actually tune into the stupid podcast, right? This brainless fucking podcast where they talk about being. And to me, I look at it like, okay, so the chat listened to her voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't see what she looked like. Put her on screen, they're like, yep, sounded like what she fucking looked like, right? Ridiculous. But women watch that instead of watching Candace Owens, right? Or they don't watch like these women who I would consider like are positive female role models. They'd rather watch this talk about, I like hooked up with him, but like I don't know, and all this other shit.
Am I right? Am I right, girls?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. And it's like all you're doing is like you're perpetuating female indecisiveness with very serious decisions. You know what I mean? Like you can go ahead and put yourself in a very precarious, dangerous situation where you end up the victim of sexual assault, or you regret the sex after the fact, and then like now you're going ahead and making a bullshit Me Too accusation. No one believes you, whatever. So it's like I think like
the thing that's interesting is this is like she will do this solo, no one else. She's just talking to the wind, right? Or whoever's listening, and she knows is going to listen to.
Like that was a bunch of words out, by the way.
What is? But
she made no points, and she has a podcast.
Well, and the reason,
you are describing yourself. You saying that about this woman who I haven't seen this part of the video they're talking about. I don't know who they're talking about. You saying that it was just a word salad, sir, that's hilarious. Like, what? You guys haven't said one poignant thing this whole entire time. This whole conversation is an exercise and a reflection of how most men.
Exercise is one big old waste of time. But we're gonna get to the part two. Part two. We're gonna get to the part two. Right? Part two. Uh-huh. I just had to show Beavis and Butthead. Who they want to sit around talk about women all day. They've been doing it for years, right? How long Fresh and Fish been on? Fresh and Fish. Ooh, Lordy. Fresh and not fish. Not fresh and fish. Yeah, that'll be it. Yeah, that's the idea. Now, who vet? Who vet better? Who vet better? I'm telling you, this internet is acting funky. Oh Lord, I don't want to unpause itself. Ugh. Bear with the internet.
I caught wind that you made some disturbing comments yesterday in the comment section. You said to Kay that you hope her husband treats her like Ike did Tina.
Yep. Yes, I did.
Why would you wish violence on a woman, sir?
Because she talking crazy to me. So I mean, I was saying I hope she get the same energy back.
She didn't, but she didn't say anything to you that was violent. What did she say to you that was violent?
She said something small right before you ended the live, and when I caught it, that's what made me say that I hope her husband treat her like Ike Turner.
Oh, it was BPG. I'm sorry. It was BPG. What did BPG say to you before the live ended that made you react in that way? Was it violent? Did she threaten you?
Nope, I didn't threaten her either.
I know. Well, you did, but I don't want to play the semantics game. So,
I didn't threaten her. I didn't say I was gonna do nothing.
No, I know.
I didn't say I was gonna.
But wishing violence on a person is essentially the same thing. That's what I'm saying. So what did she say to you to
Hey,
make you
beautiful. Hey, Indiana mom.
She said something smart to me.
What was it specifically? What was it?
I forgot exactly what it was, but it was something real smart right before you ended the line, and I caught it.
But it wasn't a threat of violence against you. I'm sure, because you will remember that, right?
You know what? Do you screen record all the lives?
Mm-mm. And they don't put the comments up in the thing.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say. I'll say this: if she hadn't said what she said, I wouldn't have said what I said.
Well, that's not an excuse, by the way. Just so you know, right?
But I'm just telling you what it is. If she hadn't said what she said, I would not have said that. I hope her husband treats her like Ike Turner.
Yeah, but I know BPG fairly well on this app. I don't think she would say anything to you that would warrant you responding to her like that. And you can't even remember what she said. So I'm pretty sure she didn't say anything to you to make you respond in that way.
She said something to me. That's why I said what I said.
No, I know. I got you. I'm not denying I'm not saying she didn't say something to you. I just said that she didn't threaten violence against you, which would be the only reason why I would imagine you would threaten violence against her. And then also, why would you want a woman to be harmed physically? Even if they threaten violence against you, you want her to be like, you think that, like, you don't think, are you an adult? I mean, you are an adult, right? Like, you know that two wrongs don't make a right, right?
Yep, I know that.
Yeah. So why would you, even if she said that, which she didn't, but even if she said that, why would you respond in that way to a woman? You don't think that that's crazy?
Nope. You know why? Because I feel like if a person can disrespect me, I feel like I don't have to do anything. I don't have to threaten nobody or nothing like that. It'll come back through somebody else. So basically, that's what I was saying to sum everything up. You know, you saying what you saying towards me. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I hope your husband treats you like Ike Turner.
Yeah. I don't like that. I'll be honest with you. I don't like that. I just wanted to have a conversation with you. I was hoping you would, tell me. And I mean, we had a good run, GV, but I don't know, family. You got to get blocked after that. That's crazy. That was
Block me then.
okay.
It's all good.
All right, bro. Yeah, man. Damn it. I didn't even do it. Hey, Maz, Black. Oh, I got to find him in the fucking thing. I didn't do it. I didn't even do it. Jesus Christ.
Vistaprint prints everything you need to get your brand in front of your fans. Like,
Oh man, this internet is the worst. This is crazy.
t-shirts, water bottles, totes, and hoodies too, which means everyone can take your brand and
I can't mute
There we
it
go.
as much.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
What
was
you
weird.
say? I'm so glad he finally blocked that
Okay.
moron.
So moving on.
Trying
I gave him
needs
an
to go
opportunity.
find-
I wanted to hear it. I
Yeah.
wanted to hear
He need to find a
I wanted
wife.
to hear
Get
what
a
it was. I wanted to
Wi-Fi.
hear the reason why you would threaten violence against the woman. I think that's weird. I don't know why you always do that shit. They always try to do that shit like somebody should make you bleed. And then when you call them out on it, they be like, I didn't say I was gonna do it. Nigga, it's the same fucking thing. The hell is you talking about?
Tell it.
What is wrong with
Tell
y'all?
it. Tell it. Tell it.
That's
The
fucked up,
other
man.
guy is good too, Indiana Mama. You know what the other one I'm talking about? I don't know how I found him neither.
Can't be threatening violence against. That's crazy. He was crashing out on K. He was acting all aggressive towards K yesterday. She didn't even say nothing to him. Shit. I be talking way more wicked than any woman I heard on this panel. And they be like, pub. And then the woman just be like, hey, and breathe in their direction. They be like, shut up, you stupid bitch. I hope your husband did it. I'm like, whoa. Pump your brakes.
You mean
What?
Sharon?
Where did that come from?
Sharon? Or Casa versus Shannon? It could be. It could be. But he's another
I
good
talk.
one.
See, that's the thing. I talk
Could
crazy
be.
to everybody. I don't give a fuck. You can never ever get me to not talk crazy to him. Like once I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna talk crazy to whoever. I don't give a fuck. Shut me up, please. Y'all can't. You ain't got it. You ain't got enough. Yep, I saw it, Kay. That was crazy. A woman just say something to him. Oh, you dirty. I'm a fucker. I hope your husband beat your head. I'm like,
Yeah, then that's
bro,
it.
fuck
I
you
be
doing?
over there.
I didn't see the comment. They told me about it though, and I just wanted to hear what it was because I didn't get the chance to hear what it was. That was crazy. Yeah. I thought some of that shit was an act, but now I'm not so sure. That's his mom. What you talking? What you talking about, Gift? Who's his mom? On my shirt? What you talking about? What do you mean? Hmm. That's YouTube because he said it on TikTok. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to see it on YouTube. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm trying to find out. Oh, he said that before. I ain't never seen it. Yesterday was the first time I caught wind. I didn't even see it yesterday. They told me about it. He admitted to doing it. So there you go. You know, it was no longer whatever. Are you surprised anymore about any of our actions? Are you ever surprised anymore about any of our actions? Am I surprised by the actions of men? I guess certain men I could be surprised, yeah, but not men in general. That's why and I told y'all this. I will never, ever, ever like defend a man who was accused of like rape or DV or unaliving their spouse or kids or something. I will never defend that person unless they say it happened last night at 10:32 p.m. And I'm like, nah, we was kicking it at 10:32 p.m. He left my house at 12:12. That's all I know. Maybe y'all got the times mixed up, but when he left my house at 12:12, he was here until 12:12. We was up watching the game and playing video games. That's the only way you're gonna hear me like defend a man in that regard. Cause I don't know my own brother, my son, I don't give a fuck. I'm not defending. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That ain't gonna happen. LJ Block, GV Block, who's next? I don't know. We're gonna have to see. Hold on, we got it. We got LJ Block, GV Block. We gotta see. We're gonna see. The prototype might be next. Ah, man.
Prototype. I'm gonna be skipping through this, guys. I'm gonna be skipping.
Y'all got to be in the Discord to know why LJ got blocked.
LJ.
I just unblocked about 12, 13, 15, 20 people. I don't remember. I was unblocking hella people today. I unblocked a lot of people today. So hopefully they spin the block, man. They come back in here. Hopefully they spin the block. Uh-huh. All the abbreviations get blocked, but prototype, he annoying. Yeah, he annoying. I don't know if I want to block him.
Don't forget, guys. Tuesdays, 5 p.m. Eastern time. You do the calculations for your time on my Sugar Buzz or my Sugar Buzz. On my Sugar Love page, that is a day for the word. If any of you guys want to come and join us for the word, have a good time, we talk about that book, please feel free to come on in. Tuesdays is an hour 45 minutes to an hour. If you want to come join us, if you want your name on the prayer list, let us know. But if you're not part of the Sugar Babes family, which is me, right? But come on over to Sugar Babes over there and get your little word in there. Hear your little word. We have a phenomenal sister, my new auntie. But baby, she bring that word and she know that book. She bring that word and she know that book. It's once a week, a little hour out of your time, so we can come together, talk about the book. If you got any questions, she answer your questions. If you just want to sit back and learn the word, come on in. Come on in. That will be every Tuesday. That's where I really want you guys to come on up in there. Because we got it. We have to get that in. Okay? But I'm gonna call it I gotta have a good title for it, right? But so far it's just, I don't know. I don't know if I call it Blessed Tuesdays. I think I'm just gonna call it Tuesday's Blessings. I'm gonna come up with something. But come on, hit that link and come on over there on Tuesdays. You don't get that many hours no more. You used to get 20 hours on StreamYard. Now you only get 5 hours a month. 5 stinking hours they give you a month. So believe me, B, if we're going to take that hour a week and use it wisely, let's go.
I'm not running. Y'all want me to run my page like how y'all do y'all page. Y'all be blocking niggas for
I shouldn't even fast forward with this. This thing is ridiculous. Tron, please stop with the Wi-Fi. You're killing us. Sorry, YouTube. I can't fast forward it. I can't skip it. Oh,
So I'm the only friend you got, partner. I don't know why you talking about. I ain't giving you no slack. I'm
The wait is over.
good. I don't need to step it up to no higher levels. I'm doing Pilates, no equipment right now. That shit got your boy breathing different. Oh, I ain't saying it ain't real. I'm saying I'm just not doing it because I'm at beginner level Pilates. Y'all talking about do something that's harder than but I'm also not. I also know that it takes a lot to be nonviolent because it's easy for men to be violent. Actually, it's super easy. To your point, though, it is harder for men to control their violence.
You have to defend yourself. How can you? I don't get how you can say you're not violent, but if someone was attacking you, you would try to defend yourself, and that would make you violent too. Even in defense, even the whole self-defense thing, that will make you violent too. The only way you wouldn't believe in violence is if you just let people just do whatever.
No, it's not. That's not the concept.
I ain't violent. This is no protection.
So, of course, if somebody is trying to stab me and I put my hands up defensively, oh, you're violent now. Like, that's not, you know what I mean? Like, that's not it. When it comes to self-defense, okay, right? I get that. But that you could be nonviolent and also protect yourself, right? But violence, like being on some, like, here's what I'm saying. How would you want your man to react in a situation like this? Let's say you guys are out at a club, a bar, you know, typical situation. Some dude disrespects you. How would you want your man to
exactly?
Do you want your man to get violent with that man?
No.
Okay. How would you want him to handle it?
He would want to handle it. That's number one. I just want to put that out there. Whatever he thought was
she ain't got no man
is what I would be okay with.
She ain't
now,
got no man.
Woman, my thought process would be like to walk away, to get away from that environment. If I'm being violated, I shouldn't be there.
Okay.
Brain dead.
No, don't read the comments. Don't worry about it. We ain't, I'm not reading the comments. I'm talking to you. And so you think, so back to the point. So you think that men are better at vetting because they know men, but I don't think men know themselves. I don't think men know themselves well enough to vet other men because they don't know. And I don't think men, it's like saying like Americans in America know America better than a foreign person knows America, right? Like, I'm just saying based on the fact that we live in America. You know what I mean? Like, not like you would think, you know, the natural assumption would be, oh, you live in America, you know America better than a foreign person. But there are foreign people who have studied America and know American history better. Go look at the test to get naturalized or to get like citizenship. Go look at that test. 99% of Americans will not pass that test. So like anybody that was foreign born but is now a citizen of America, they passed a hell of a fucking test. A hell of a test that most Americans wouldn't be able to pass, right? So they know, a lot of times they know more about America than Americans do, and they see America through a different lens than Americans do because a lot of Americans don't have self-awareness. And I don't know if you've ever heard about like exceptionalism. A lot of Americans, we have American exceptionalism. We think America is better by default. So a lot of times people say stuff like, people even say stuff like, oh, poverty, people in America aren't living in poverty. And they compare like American poverty to like Brazilian poverty. And they say like, that's real poverty. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. Like they don't know shit about America. They don't know shit about poverty. Right. That's how men are. Men don't know shit about, men don't know shit about masculinity, to be honest with you. They don't know what masculinity is.
I feel like that's a pass, and I don't like to give men passes because when it comes to other things, men know it all. So I feel like when it comes to masculinity, men should know it all then too.
But I agree. I think they should know about masculinity as much as they try to embody it or, you know, so-called embody it. Like, I I don't care about masculinity or femininity, right? Like I don't care about gender either. I don't care about it as a concept. So I'm not trying to be masculine. I'm not trying to present as masculine or feminine or whatever the case may be. I just do whatever the fuck I want to do. Makes me feel good, right? As long as it doesn't hurt anybody, by the way. Well, that's not true, because one time I said I was gonna put on some makeup one time, and my wife texted me and said no. She was like, too far, and I was like, all right, cool. So she didn't like that. I said, all right, I won't put on makeup. But yeah, but for the most part though, I don't care about masculinity or femininity. It's not a big deal to me. Either way, you know what I'm saying? But if you were to ask me what do I think masculinity is, I think what you described is what you want men to act like. But masculinity is, what do men actually act like? Right?
Right.
Like you want men to be, as Jordan Peterson said, capable of extreme violence, but be, able to control it as well, right? That's what you would want from men. Do you feel like most men control being violent? Do you know what I mean? No. So that's not a masculine, what you described. A masculine trait would be men are actually violent. That's a masculine trait. Men actually being violent, that's a masculine trait. Because men are violent, extremely violent.
Exactly.
No, exactly. What do you mean exactly? I'm sorry.
Exactly, men are violent.
Mm-hmm. But we can't control it, so that's not masculine. But
I think you asked if I think most men, of course not. But I think that men, but that's when you differentiate what's a man and what's a boy. When you take the man as a title instead of just being a male, you're a man. You're calling yourself a man. You're able to control that, and I think most men are able to control that. They are able to in real life. Not on this TikTok stuff, but in real life, men control their anger. They go to the grocery store, they drive, people piss them off, and they keep it moving. Like most men are able to control that.
I think most men are scary, and so they do avoid violence, especially against other men. But I don't think most men control their violence. Ask their kids. I don't think most men control their violence. I think most men are extremely violent.
Okay, well, I guess that's that. I mean, I think they're supposed to be by nature. I said that.
You think men are supposed to be violent?
Yeah, they're supposed to have that ability. Yes.
Yeah, but women have the capability to be violent too. So I don't know. Humans can be violent, right?
What this guy talking about?
That's not a man thing. Humans can be violent.
I still think it's a masculine trait.
But it's
what?
Not, because women are violent too, and I'm saying women are capable of violence too, right?
Of course, we're capable of acting like men, right?
Oh Lordy!
Capable of demonstrating masculinity.
Huh?
So once upon a time, the planet, as far as humans were concerned, there were very few men at one point in time, right? It was mostly women on the it was ridiculous. It was like 70%, 80% of the population was women, right? Female. My question to you is you don't think that they were? I know they weren't nearly as violent as men. What happened when men came? But you don't think that women are capable of would that be considered acting like a man at that time when the planet was populated by the majority of women?
What does that have to do with how whether they're showing masculine traits? How many men are around?
Yeah, I'm saying if women were the ones who were fighting and the ones who were being violent or whatever at that time, how were they acting like men? There weren't even enough men around to show them. That was just a human. They hunted. They did, they did violent acts all the time. Like they did, because it's a human thing, right? It's an animal. Like that's what I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't understand where you're getting like that male thing.
Right. It's because we have estrogen and testosterone, right?
Both, yeah.
Right.
Men and women, yeah.
But of course, as women, we have more estrogen because we're more feminine, right?
No,
No,
that's not because
no,
of femininity.
no, and no.
Less violent. We're prone to less violence as
That
women
is
than
not
men are.
true.
You don't think that has to do with the fact that
It's
men?
natural.
I don't think it's natural.
I don't know. I can't even mute these things.
Oh,
That's a bunch of
I just got
bullcrap.
scammed.
Oh, wow. Really?
I got an email from my bank. It said I needed to reset my password. I clicked.
I just hold up. First of all, people who have tempers are people who have tempers, right? Anybody can pop off. That comes from an emotion, right? That's why you call some people hotheads. We have to stop thinking women do this, men do that. We got to get out of the women do this and men do that. Because, baby, you want to see how strong a woman could be? Come after her cubs. Come after her cubs. They better knock that man out the way. You will see a woman so fast jump in front of her child before a man do. Before a man do, a woman will jump in front of her child. A woman will go down saving her cubs. I have seen women running to up a school. They be running. Some happen they run into a school. Like, what's going on? I have seen mothers outside especially if you live, I don't care where you live, but it just happens more in what you will call the hood. They out there, baby. When the men sit up out there with the police violence and stuff, who majority you see out there? Women. That ain't got nothing to do with masculinity. It's in you. It's in you. Some people just have bad tempers. Some people have mental disorders, right? All women is not, you were not born to sit around and look pretty all day. Because you can do it. Even them shows where the women got on the best clothes, the best pocketbooks, the best everything. What are they constantly doing? Fighting. You would think on these TV shows, nice as they look, expensive as their clothes are, why are they fighting all the time? Why? That's not a masculine or sometimes trauma itself, depending on what happened to you when you were growing up, made you more violent prone, right? Sometimes that plays it's a lot of reasons why women will pop off. There's a lot of reasons why men will pop off, right? We just better at controlling it than men. So I think that would be the difference. But some women can't. But we are better at controlling it, right? But don't think it can't happen. Men cannot control it more than a woman, right? They fight each other, right? They taking each other out. The jails are filled up. Like, at least we think about it. Like, it would have to be a reason, unless, like I said, you have experienced a lot of trauma when you were young. That would be different, right? That would make you more violent because it's trauma. But regularly, men are the ones that are violent. Them are the ones that the minute you say something that they don't like, they just calling you all types of names, all types of B's, all types of H's, W's, telling you what you want, and They're big, they're very, then the first thing they say is, you didn't respect me, right? They don't stop and think. They don't stop and think. Now, a man could call a woman all of that. We ain't beating them up and dragging them down the hallway. We ain't pulling them by their hair. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't walking around with black eyes, busted nose. They're not wearing sunglasses to cover up them black eyes. They got to go out there and they got to hunt for animals, and not the ones who hunt for food, the ones who hunt for sport. Like, how do you make that a sport? They even got it to where it's legal. They give you certain legal days to say, go out there and take out them animals. Them animals ain't bothering nobody. The poor deer minding his business and all the other things they go out there hunt for sport. So they are more prone to violence. But that's not because it's masculine. And if a woman do it, it's not because she's masculine. That's just how it is. Some people, again, some men, they're not violent. Some men are not violent. Not too much, Mimi. What's up? Mimi, don't forget to click on the Sugar Babes channel. On Tuesdays, we have I'm trying to get the I want y'all to support that. I want you guys to support that. On Tuesdays, we have our Tuesdays blessings, right? Our Tuesdays blessings, 5 p.m. Eastern time. I need you guys there. We need to support each other. We got to get that word in. It's only 45 minutes to an hour. I want all of you guys to show up there. I don't know. I'm not that much in the algorithm yet because, you only get 5 hours over there, right? So I don't go on there as much, but I want all of you guys up in there. And my new auntie be preaching the word. Yes, my auntie be preaching the word, baby. Yes, she does. Now let's go.
You don't think that?
Because I do agree with that as well. So
Yeah, men are taught to be violent. I think if you stop teaching men to be violent, you would see men not be that violent.
And I was saying testosterone is like masculine, right? Doesn't it help with your like masculine traits?
Testosterone isn't masculine. Testosterone is a chemical. It's not a masculine.
I know everyone. That's me.
You men and women have both. You need both.
Right.
So it's not a masculine or
damn it.
thing. But testosterone.
Hold up, Mimi. Ain't no everyone. Just me. Just me. Just me. Don't be putting me with everybody. Don't be talking about you and everyone. No, you want to help me, then them. Then them. Okay? Thank you kindly. But that's my other channel. That's my other channel. And this is really for not to help. It's to get that word in, right? You don't know what lesson she's going to teach that day. You don't know what you're going to get out of it, right? So it's not really about me. It's about all of us. It's about all of us. Okay? But y'all know how I be getting, boy. Don't be putting me with nobody else. Dag it.
Testosterone can make you more aggressive. That's what, scientifically speaking, that's what it can. It's what it can do. It doesn't have to make you more aggressive.
Men are born with more of it.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
For a reason. It's not like that was taught. They're naturally born with that. Because that's how they're supposed to be.
No. No.
No, ma'am.
Aggressiveness is a byproduct of the testosterone. It's not what, like, we're not supposed to be aggressive, I don't think. I just think it's a byproduct of it. What we're supposed to be is strong. You see what I'm saying? That's what the testosterone really helps.
In the comments just said she's telling a man, she gonna tell a man what he's born with. Right. Exactly my point. I agree with this person. Like, for a woman to tell a man how she's supposed to act, it is out of order.
What do you mean? I don't think you're telling me how I'm supposed to act necessarily. Well,
you know,
I think you're just saying it's your opinion
I'm
that
telling you now what a man has. Right.
Yeah, which is fair. I don't. Hey, it's you don't argue with that. It's science. We do have more testosterone on average than women. There are a lot of women who have more testosterone than a lot of men, but I hear on average men have more testosterone than women. But it doesn't mean that men are innately more violent than women simply because we have more testosterone, right? That's what I'm saying, and I think that's I don't agree with that.
It's a cop out.
Take, but ultimately, what I'm trying to understand is you think that women, you think that men are better at vetting other men, right? You think men are better at vetting other men because they're men, and I don't understand. I'm not following that logic.
Oh Lord!
Just because they're men.
Oh Lord! I know my thing all messed up, right? Well, my dick don't work there. Yeah. So here we go. Ah.
To me, you're the glue that holds us tight, keeping us together, shining so bright. You're the one who keeps the love train on track, with a heart so pure. You've got our backs. Only what would we do without you? You bring the love, you bring the joy too. Through highs and lows, you're always there. Oh, Nick. We're so grateful you care. You're the light that brightens up our day. With kindness and love, endless love, through the thick and thin, you're our guiding star. We're forever, wherever we are. Need to make
Gotcha. Listen, Nick, you is the Nick. What you want us to do? You is the glue, baby. You is the glue. What you want me to do?
Of course, I think it should be a man that knows you and appreciates you and cares for you and wants what's best for you, to vet other men for you, because he's going to be, he's going to be honest with you. But I think when other men do get the chance, they do speak to each other.
Men are going to be honest with you?
A man that actually, like a father, an uncle, or brother, like they're going to make sure that whoever they vet for you is what they think is best for you.
So, do you know that
ish ever.
Once upon a time in this country specifically, that the men in this country would marry their daughters off to other men? Right. Do you also know that at that time, during that time, the women were extremely abused by those men?
Thank you.
Of course, they're abused now.
Okay.
Well, what are you saying, girl?
Wouldn't that prove that men actually are not good at vetting? Or maybe they just didn't care about their daughters to begin with. Which one is it?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's a question to set up because, You know, I mean, women are picking their own men now and still getting abused.
At least we
I know,
picked
and their
them.
fathers are helping them. Scott Peterson, Lacey Peterson, her father signed off on them being married. I'm not blaming her dad. By the way, this is not me blaming her dad for anything that, because I don't
First
believe
of all,
in it. I don't think, I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, she had a father, her father
First
was
of-
there. Scott
oh
Peterson turned
God,
out to be
can't
a
mute it.
whole demon and unalived her and their unborn child. So did the father drop the ball?
I mean, the mother liked him too. Everybody likes
I
him.
know, but we're talking about the men. No, you said
Oh
exactly. That's my
goodness. Hold up. First of all, Chica, only so often, right? A real man show his friend his true colors, unless they do it together, right? Unless they do it together, a real man does not show a real man his true colors unless they are the same, right? So if you are an abuser, you're not going to show your friend, hey, I'm an abuser. Hey, I'm a scammer, right? If you're around your homies, you ain't showing all of this. You may talk it, but they don't see it. They do not see the real you in the household. They don't. Because what you say to what your friend may say to you, you could laugh it off. It could be the same exact words your woman could say, and then all hell break loose, right? So you can't say, oh, he's a good guy, he's a good guy. You don't know. Nobody knows. You know how many times men themselves have their own friends and they don't even know their own friend is their enemy? How many times they get set up be by their homie? It be by their homie. Your homie is the one looking at your girl. Your homie is the one making sure they get to that money before you get to that bag. That's your homie. Nobody truly knows to sit up there and say, come on, y'all listen to these stupid pointers that people say that I think a lot of people lost touch with reality. Like y'all watch a little bit too many of these shows that y'all really, really lost in touch with reality. Even these artists that's been passing away, it's been another man. So how can they vet for you? Or you might think, oh, yo, my homie wasn't a stand-up person. If that's your family member, unless you do it with them, they don't show you that side. How many mothers think, oh, my son is so blah, blah, blah. Your son is a terror. Your son is a horror. But mamas think, mothers and sisters think that their brothers, their sons, and their brothers are the best. Some of these sisters, you can't tell them nothing about their brother. Nothing at all. But they all know he's a bum. But she'll be on the news before this year's over. She's advertising herself for easy access and abuse. And it's obvious she blames herself for past failed relationships. You're going to see it eventually. But in that meantime, you don't hook her up with somebody you said is a nice guy, right? Eventually might be too late, Mimi. That's your homie. That's right. They'll snitch you out. So how do you vet? Like, who do you go to what man you go to do the vetting. You can't say he's a church going guy. They doing a lot of stuff in church. A lot of things are going on in church too. Right? Let me tell you something. This thing moving slow. I would have showed you the Facebook page where it's alleged. I don't know. This is alleged because there's been a lot of fake news out there lately. But they was talking about the Judge Mathis, and they were saying his wife left him because he had a secret baby. But I don't know for that to be true. But the point is, I'm saying, I don't know how old the kid is and the lying and the cheating, she want a divorce. Baby, do you know how? It was just one man. And I don't know how many comments it was, because it was a lot of comments. Oh, God will fix it. Oh, get back together. Oh, forgiveness. Y'all will work it out. Every time a man does something right to the wife, they always want God to fix it. Oh, have forgiveness. Keep your family. When it comes down to the woman, off with the head. Off with the head. Off with the head. They always want you to stay with these people. Stay with these people who that cause you nothing but pain and harm. I mean, yeah, you could get through anything, but why flip it? Flip it. If we can get through anything, then flip it. Flip it. Everybody. Then they didn't say now one thing at all about Judge Mathis that was in the light. Nobody didn't say nobody even said he was wrong. That might come across the article because of Facebook or maybe here, right? Oh, so you stay with a woman who lied, cheated, had a baby, and all that other stuff, and let it work out, and y'all still together? Oh, okay. All right. I'm proud of you then, Mimi. I'm glad she was out there with everybody else but you, and you made it work. All right now. Ain't nothing wrong with that if you found it in your heart to do it. There's one man I know that, no. When you said you flipped it, I'm just saying, Mimi. All right, bro. All right, bro. Here we go.
A point.
People make mistakes. You always gotta account for human error. Like, it's never gonna be perfect. It's never gonna be perfect.
My friend.
I don't think that women should be walking around thinking they know men better than men would.
I'm still not understanding why you think that that's the case. You don't. You know the concept of like pillow talking, right?
Right.
Okay. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you this as a man, right? And I don't use that term really ever, but in this context, I think it fits. So I'm gonna tell you as a man, men don't have deep conversations with one another, right? Pillow talking usually pillow talking is like
I got
some
you,
deep
bro.
shit going on when men be pillow talking, right? Men don't have those conversations with other men. So you as a woman, you have seen a side of men that I have never seen.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was just saying.
I've never seen it before. You as a woman, though, have seen every side of men. You have seen the side of men that I've seen already. I'm sure you've seen it. But there's a side of men that I've never experienced and I will never experience. So to me, just to simplify, that's what makes me think women are better at vetting men. The only thing that gets in women's way is the empathy that women have. As far as I'm concerned, that's the only thing that I can see that is like an issue, which I don't like to consider it an issue, that I can say is like, I could see, because women are conditioned to suffer a lot of men's inadequacies, right? women are conditioned to put up with a lot of bullshit from men. That's it. That's the only thing I can say, to be honest with you, where I'm like, well, yeah, whatever. Where it's like where women kind of fall, but I think most of the time women be clocking what men be doing. They just be like, but you know, he ain't perfect, but you know, he like that's what I'll be seeing. But men don't never see that shit in other men. We never see that in other men. Ever. Like that shit is so rare that men actually clock that shit in other men. Very rare. Go ahead, Shane.
Yeah, I was gonna say the other thing is men harm women in more often and in different ways than they harm men. So even thinking like, because I feel like where you're going with that is like men know what men are capable of better than women. I think that's kind of what you're trying to get at. Like a man can like you about, you know, what to look out for in another man more than, So I think that the reason why I don't agree with that is because, like I just said, men harm women more often and in different ways than they harm other men. So, for example, you know, we're both women. I'm pretty sure you grew up being told that, you know, you can't go out at a certain time of night by yourself. Or if you're in certain areas, you got to make sure you have something to protect yourself. Or, you know, make sure you watch over your drink when you're out at a club, right? Okay. Were you told those things? Okay. Yes. Were you told those things by mostly other women or by men? Men. Okay, well, I was told it by both personally, but nobody is gonna have more of an understanding about things like date rape and, you know, somebody walking up behind you in a dark alley or somebody grabbing up on you in a nightclub. Nobody's gonna understand that better than other women. Like, yeah, men can give you a baseline, like, hey, dudes can be shady sometimes. Make sure you watch out for yourself. But that's about as far as it goes with them because they don't actually experience it. Like my mom and my dad both told me that, but my mom was able to go deeper than my dad. My dad, like I said, surface level, hey, you got to watch out for yourself. You know, you got to be careful out here. Make sure you travel in packs. But my mom was the one, when you get up, you take your drink with you. If you don't take that drink, you don't drink it again. You know, my mom was able to go way more in depth because she's a woman. She can understand from a personal perspective. So yeah, I got you. All in all, women can understand more from a personal perspective how dangerous men can be than other men. So to think that you can learn more from other men about the dangers of men, I think is just like more so conditioning than reality.
No, when Carter does that ground.
What up, Prototype? Or did you want to respond? Did you want to respond to that?
The Carter's ultimate attention whore. No, it's this one. Carter.
What she said, yeah.
No, not you, brother. I'm talking to the young lady. I don't know her name. Not the Mother Heat. Not the Mother Heat. Did you want to respond to that?
I mean, that's her experience. You know, I think that I grew up around a lot of guys, and you know, they always tried to prepare me for the world, and they always kind of scarred me. You know, like always trying to prepare me to the point where, you know, when it was time for me to trust the guy, it was hard. So I think that men prepared me for the world. Women prepared me how to be a lady, you know? Okay, yeah, we could have different experiences. I think you misunderstood what I said, because I said both of my parents. I grew up around a lot of men, too. I have two brothers. I have a dad. I had a lot of uncles. Like I said, men told me this, too. But when the women talked to me about it, they were able to speak from a different perspective. So I don't know, maybe you didn't have women in your life that talked to you about this stuff at all, but I think removing it from our personal experience in general, women experience a level of violence from men that other men can't relate to. Outside of like sheer like unaliving or like, getting beat up or something, men can't really understand what it's like to be in the constant like threat of being SA'd or being raped, or they just don't have a firsthand experience of that like women do. So if you're gonna talk to anybody about being careful and protecting yourself and ways that you can possibly avoid those situations, it's not gonna be other men. It should be women who have spent their whole entire life doing exactly that already.
We did it, Joe. We did it, Joe. They paid the Clipper. Y'all think the everybody that banged the Cash App, Erica, Nathia, Erica, Clarice, Tipsy Birdie. Yeah, man. They paid to get that. Dominique Jones, they paid to get that. They paid to get her up out of there. They said she was embarrassed. Hey, y'all let the men's rock out, but when the women would get up there and get the, y'all said, we can't have that shit. They said, we not. Hey, somebody put, she embarrassing us. Y'all funny as shit. Hold on, man. Let me read this super chat. To Nigel said that I should. She was already gone though. To Nigel, I couldn't even ask the question. Does she believe that men always equal? She believed that men always equal masculine and women always equal feminine. Because if that's the case, it would mean women couldn't display any masculine behaviors. Yeah, it sounded like that's what she was saying, but. All right, go ahead, Prototype. You could go ahead. Please respond to the prompt. Oh, you said I'm starting a war. What you talking about? How?
Oh yeah, you're starting a war between the girls, man. You're making a divide, bro.
She wasn't a girl.
Well, shoot, Nick, we don't get nobody.
y'all don't know what a girl's girl is. That was not a girl's girl. That was
you got somebody to run from.
She was not a girl's girl. That's why they got her.
Up in here.
That's why they got her up out of here. Nah. Yeah. Like us. They put that in the thing. They put that in the chat. They said she is not like us. I said, okay. Sophia White said, women do so much for men just out of love, even if he hurt her. That's facts. Okay. Go ahead. Prototype.
Why does a woman need a man to help her vet? I don't think they do.
You don't think they do?
And I want you to explain it because I never heard it.
You never heard men say that women need men to vet to help them vet other men? They've said it on my panel before. What are you talking about? I know you've been in here when men have said that.
I said it.
No, I'm not. I'm saying you've never heard men say that before?
No.
Damn. Okay, you gonna be listening in because they've said it on my panel several times this week. Like,
in a platonic way though.
What you mean?
We named him Keon. We named him Keon. When he was less than 100 subscribers, we named him Keon. Now he's pushing 10,000 subscribers.
Put another man on to women?
Yeah, like it don't make sense.
What you mean?
That's why I asked you, like, in a platonic way, like, okay, if my homegirl
she brings her boyfriend around you and she expects you to like let her know if the dude's like a good person, pretty much.
Oh yeah. I don't know nothing about that.
Okay. Turn the page said
It's something that men say on this app. They say that women, don't know how to vet, so we need to bring the men that we like to the men in our family, like our fathers or whoever, men in our family to vet for us.
Hey Shan, you got a crazy echo. Let me read the super chat. Turn the page said, public is right. Men prey on women's empathetic nature. That day is done. she telling y'all that shit is over. MJ, what's good with it?
What up with you, Paul?
Chilling. What's happening with you, man?
I'm chilling, man. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this prompt real quick.
Please.
Why does a woman need a man to help her vet? She don't, because there is no such thing as vetting, because ain't none of us psychics. So, you know, men come up putting on their very best facade, especially around other dudes, because they know that we can clock certain levels of weirdness, but intimate weirdness, we're not going to be able to clock that because he's not going to present that. The only person who's there when he is potentially committing, you know, when the dude potentially commits a DV is his victim. Them dudes very rarely will jump out. Sometimes they will if they know that they're the leader and they got a bunch of follower animals around them. They'll jump out on their lady in front of them, but it's very rare. You know what I'm saying? Because typically they don't know how the other dudes are going to react. They don't know if the dude's going to sit there and do nothing. They don't know if the dude's going to intercede. They have no idea. So they don't run that risk. Women are present, you know what I'm saying, for the quiet actions of men, the closed door actions of men. So there's no way for me as a dude to know that another dude is going to do something like that because I'm not in that circumstance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not dealing with him on that level. So vetting is an impossibility. Like, it's weird because Muggs be bringing it up like they're the CIA who can contact other intelligence agencies to find out whether or not there's criminality in somebody's past. Like, who are they affiliated with? Like, it's goofy.
I want to, the question I have is, if men are so good at vetting, then how do all of these abusers stick around in y'all friend circles that y'all claim don't exist in your friend circles, but they obviously are in your friend circles? If men are so good at vetting, how are you guys never able to identify the abusers within your own friend circles, right? And that man will have a whole baby mama, wife, children, all of that shit. You had no idea that man is a full-time Ike Turner behind closed doors. You don't know nothing about it. Because
it's what you've consistently said. Like, you are one of the few dudes that I'm like, me and him primarily align on some things. We tend to break because I'm like a low-key socialist and you are much more of a communist, so we tend to disagree around those lines. But in regards to like men and women and their interaction and everything, it's 100% that. We don't talk to each other. Men don't talk to each other about those things. I've never I have a question I keep asking of men that I know and everything, and it's profound because it just goes to show how little we know about each other and how little we're generally taught. Because I always ask, did anybody expressly tell you never to grape a woman?
Never. Nobody ever told me that.
Nobody ever told me that. My mother didn't tell me you don't need that. Hey,
that's not true. That's not true.
Because it still happens.
That's not true.
It still happens. Nobody ever told me that, and I never did that before. It still happens though. So it's clearly not common sense. If it was common sense, people would never engage. Everybody has common sense. That's why.
Then it ain't common.
That part. No, it is common. It's a small minority, so it's common. You're scrambling and grasping for straws, sir. Allow me to continue. So the whole point of that is just that we don't have those, engagements with each other. I've never really asked any of my boys, hey man, you ever gone upside one of your ladies' heads? That's just not a conversation.
Why would you ever how would you ever have that conversation?
Exactly.
You know how you have that conversation though? And this conversation has never been had in any fucking when I tell y'all I got to get out of, y'all don't even know how many friends groups I done had to like get out of just because I was like, these motherfuckers are too weird. But around like violence, you're supposed to handle situations, right? How are you responding and not and you're not asking because you don't want to give it away that's what you're asking for, but you just just make it presented like it's just a conversation.
All right, me.
And what happened, they'd be like, yeah, and I was yelling and da 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 da. Or I've had conversations with dudes and they done told me that they did shit to their women 10 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like they like it already did. And I'm not saying they continue to do it. You know what I'm saying? It happened. It was an event that happened. I didn't know. Fast forward 10 years later, he'd be like, man, nothing like that, man. She was on me like that one time when the whoop whoop happened. I'd be like, oh, that happened? He'd be like, yeah, man, one time, man, I had to, she was trying to snatch my phone and I pinned her down on the bed and you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, okay. Like I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, that nigga is fucking Ike Turner, but I'm just saying, I didn't know. I had no idea that he even did that. So we not having those conversations. Most men are not having those conversations with their homies, and you best believe the nigga that did it ain't never bringing that shit up.
Yeah, and the truth of the matter is,
wow.
I think it's when somebody else is unmuted, Shan. I'm muted.
Yeah,
so
you don't echo. We hear ourselves though.
Oh, okay, I'll wait till you get done, MJ.
Okay,
appreciate you, Shan. But yeah, it's just one of those situations where, and a lot of times, like, and this is just more inside baseball for women to understand like the mechanics of how men tend to function. Like when we hear dudes frame this stuff, it's never current.
Never.
It's never like, oh, that happened last week. It's like,
never.
Oh, like
it's always something that happened in the distant past, way back when.
Exactly.
Always, or they would never do something. But if I did, it's like how OJ wrote that book. Like, I'm like, you did that shit. That'd never be me.
That's the circumstance. So, like I said, I land my plane. Betting is an
You're not the real homie, bro.
You can never know a person's mind or heart to know how they're going to interact in a given situation that's tense.
Jack said, give up your phone, Nick.
All right, enough shit.
To mention real quick before we get too far away from it, when y'all said nobody ever told you not to grape somebody, and Six said it's common sense. So, for one, obviously it's not common sense because it actually happens often.
Yeah, minority of men do it.
Can I finish?
No, that's not true. But keep going.
Yeah, because I think the reason why people think that it's so uncommon is because they're only thinking about like the most brutal forms of it. They're not thinking about coercion. They're not thinking about date rape. They're not thinking about just SA that it's not great, but you
I got one. They're not thinking about if you don't sleep with me, I might as well just drive off this bridge. If you don't sleep with me, I might as well.
Wow, are you serious? You gotta be joking.
Not joking at all.
What?
Okay, anyway.
What did he say?
Yeah, so they're not thinking about all the ways that this happens that isn't the brutal, like somebody just grabs you from a dark alley and that's not how it happens most of the time. And then also it's not about somebody telling you, hey, don't grape somebody. It's about being taught consent. And a lot of young boys and young men are never taught consent in the way, and consent is not common sense at all. And you definitely can. There's a lot that you can do to start teaching consent when your baby is literally still a baby. Like my son is 4 years old, and he's been getting taught lessons on consent since before he could walk.
I agree.
We've been teaching that boy about consent. From the earliest of memories I can think about my baby, we just telling him how to hey, your body, your choice. You don't, you know what I mean? You don't want that. You don't want us to touch you. We won't touch you. Like if my baby say he don't want a hug, I don't give him a hug.
We're not hugging, and that's how you teach young boys not to grape. You don't say, hey, don't grape anybody, because at that young of an age, they don't even know what that means. But if you start teaching them what
exactly
consent looks like and like be very strict
I
on
agree.
them having consent
That's how I did
and
my
consent
son.
for everybody else's bodies, that's how you avoid them becoming a rapist in the future, because they understand even if you don't do it in the most heinous way of just attacking a stranger on the street, you won't even do it to somebody who's been drinking a little bit too much, and you think it's okay to get touchy with. Like it'll go a lot further because they understand consent and how that works.
Yeah, I done been many drunk nights at the bars and then seeing dudes be on some like, just give me a kiss. Just give me a kiss. I'll leave you alone. Just give me a kiss. You know, the girl gives him a kiss to leave. You know, I know that ain't. She felt like she didn't have no fucking choice if she didn't do it. Charnay said, read the super chat real quick. Where we at, Charnay? Charnay said, doubt men will reveal their real selves around other men because they wouldn't have them under their roofs around friends/family. But I don't know. I don't know about that one, Charnay. You giving men a lot of credit. I don't think they would care. It's sad, but most men do not want to fall outside of the fraternity of manhood, even if at the expense of other people and their own children. That's facts. That's what I'm saying. That is perfect for after what Charnay said. That's what I'm saying. A lot of men don't want to get ostracized by other men, so they'll like let shit slide because they know or they think like if they call out that problematic behavior, then other men they'll be like, why you mind your business? Or like, oh, you want men to stop cheating. Like I said, I was in a whole group chat, and in the group chat, they just would talk about cheating all the time. Bunch of married men, they were talking about cheating, and I was like, why are y'all fucking cheating? I was like, y'all need to get help. And I was, and I was in the chat for like a year, but like every single time it would come up, I would be like, y'all, I'm thinking like, because people be like, why are you friends with, whatever. I'm like, but somebody had to tell them. So I'm thinking I'm doing, I'm helping them out. Hey man, why y'all need to get help. Hey, I used to be like that. I got help, blah, 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 blah. No, I didn't get put out. I removed myself from the chat. It just kept, they just were they became more and more combative. Like every time I would bring it up, they would get more and more combative.
Take her phone.
But here's the funny thing.
Take her phone, please.
So I got out of the group. It was like 12 of us because it was like a fantasy football thing. So I got out of the group and I still communicate. They all like my real home. You know what I'm saying? Like they my homies that I grew up with. A lot of them. Do you know that when we talk individually, they talk completely different? They talk completely different. But in the group chat, they would be up there on some like trying to impress one another, I think. I was like, look at this weird shit. So now I'm communicating with them and they're behind the scenes. They'll be like, hey man, I did go to therapy. I swear to God, I did go to therapy, man. I've been getting help. And I'm like, all right, cool, man. That's what's up. Congratulations. In the group chat, nah, nigga, nah, it's just too hard, man. These hoes got ass. Like they say some stupid shit like that. Like
No woman is shocked right now.
no, I know. I'm saying it for the boys because I know that they don't be knowing. That shit is crazy. Go ahead, 6.
Does a woman need a man to vet? Absolutely not. But I do believe we vet better though, yes.
Why do men vet better?
Well, my 3 sisters are always talking about their boyfriends, so I feel like I do a better job at them.
At dating men than they do? What do you mean? How are you better at vetting your sisters?
Because every time I said this guy was going to be a piece of shit or this guy was going to be a good guy, I was correct. Every single time.
So the majority of the men, if you were playing the odds and you told every woman that introduced every man to you that dude is going to be bad or he's not going to, maybe not even bad, but it ain't going to work out or whatever, you would be right.
Yeah, and also you guys don't want to pick the nerds. You guys want the demons. Like look at this. Let's just say there was a guy just like you, Public.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I think you're off your rocker. If she brought you home or a guy like you, I'll be like, yeah, I'll hear you the way you speak, and I'll be like, yeah, this guy's a good guy. It's easy, just like that. You guys want the demons though. You want the guy selling drugs and shit.
Whole time I'm hold on, but 6. Hold on, 6. Yeah. Whole time I'm a demon. Maybe not 2024.
You used to be a demon.
Yeah, I know. But listen to what I'm saying. I would have, if you met me when I was 24 years old, you would be like, oh, that's a good guy.
But Public, I'm not speaking to 24-year-old Public.
No, listen. You missed what I said. If I were 24 years old, do you know, look, what I'm trying to tell you is, do you know how many girls brought me around and them niggas like me? Niggas wanted to kick it with me and shit like that. Like they'd be like, hey, bring him around. Women would tell me, they'd be like, yeah, my dad's asking about you. My brother's asking about you. Like, what are you talking about? Like, y'all men don't know nothing. Whole time I had a fiance. Whole time I had a girlfriend at home. Like, they don't know shit. Men don't know nothing. They was asking me about fucking the Niners and who's gonna win. Who would you put your money on this weekend? De La Hoya or Mayweather? Like, it was shit like that. Like, they wasn't really having no deep conversation with me. Men don't have deep conversations, Six. And I know you are one of those men. You are shallow as a puddle. You are not asking men anything of importance. You just listen. You said you listen to how a man talk.
I don't have to know. I can just judge by their character.
How do you judge a person by their character if you're not talking to them?
I'm talking to you. I'm judging your character.
I know, sir. You're listening to me talk. And I have.
Look at this. I only hear you on your live. These guys, I see them in real life consistently. So
I bet you know more about me than you do about your sister's boyfriends. I bet anything.
Fuck no. I know them more.
No, you don't. I bet anything you want. You know more about me. You know more about who I really am than you know about who they really are.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I would even wager that men don't really want to get to know people's characters because every minute in this world, 22 girls are wed as child brides.
Yeah.
12 million girls every year in this world on our planet are wed to adult men around the world. So when Six comes up and says that doesn't happen, it's a small amount of people. Like, we're talking about consent here, and children cannot consent.
Hold on, let her finish. Let her finish.
12 million girls around the world are wed to men because they don't get consent from adults. And then you're here talking about getting to know their character. Like, we know better.
Okay, ask her your question.
He said a stat. 22 women or something like that. What was the stat?
Girls. 22 girls are married.
22 girls are wed to men every minute.
Okay, let's go to the grape topic real quick. How many women are grapes every year?
Do you think you can have intercourse with a minor and it not be SA, sir?
Shit. I just wanted to go on that topic real quick.
You brought it up. Let's go there.
But that is great. What do you mean? So 22 girls are
That's what I thought too. That's what I thought too. But I got
every minute. That is great. So why are you trying to change it to something else?
I'm not.
Right into the point.
Look at this.
That's kind of weird, sir. You didn't put that together.
I'm just saying. Listen.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I'm listening.
I feel like you guys are over exaggerating. It just sounds crazy, but I think you guys are like over exaggerating the number of girls that get sexually assaulted / raped. Yes, it happens. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but you guys are acting like it happened to like 50% of women, and that's not the case.
Hold on. How do you wait? Hold on. Wait. Hold on. You do realize I'm gonna be honest. I don't know about like weddings and stuff like that, because weddings, I'm sure they could track it because you gotta you gotta sign some paperwork and shit. But if you're talking about SAs, bro,
What percent do you think it is?
What percentage of women do I think have been SA? 90%. 90% of women have been SA.
90% is insane.
Is it insane?
Yeah, not 90%.
It happens to 60% before the age of 18.
I think 90%. They saying 99. Okay. I'm with 99. I'll accept 99. I'll leave the door open for not every woman has been SA. I'll leave the door open.
It's 60% before they even hit adulthood.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Do you have a big family, Sis? Do you have a big family, Sis?
It's only me and my 3 sisters. So.
And why are you giggling about that? Like, why are
You have 3 sisters?
Yeah, I do.
Of course he has 3 sisters. They always have 3 sisters. The men that talk like this, the men that talk like this always have a family full of women. It's the craziest shit I've ever.
Yeah. The reason why we could is because we know that we see the nature growing up, so we can spot some bullshit.
Six, do you remember any family, like growing up, do you ever remember having big get-togethers with family or friends, or like throughout the year, whether it's a holiday or a birthday or a reunion? Like, do you have any memories of like a huge family gathering where children were there and present?
A few, yeah.
Okay, cool. So go take your mind back to that. Tell us roughly how many children are in the room.
Maybe like 11, maybe. I don't know.
And how many of them are girls?
Actually, majority of my family are all girls.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's say that there's only 9 of them. Let's say 9 of them are girls then, right? And you're all sitting in a room with whatever this event is. I want you to look around the room real quick. If not every single one of them, at least 4 of them have experienced sexual violence, and their perpetrator is in the room with you in that
Okay,
moment.
so you say 4 out of 11, right?
Minimum.
All right, that's the minority.
Oh my God.
You know what?
It's a high
What?
number. It's a high number. Yes, it is.
What?
Way too high. But
Sir, they are children.
It's not
What is
minority. It's 60% before the age of 18. I just told you that.
I have to see those numbers.
60%.
I'm done.
Then you should look
I
up the
am so
numbers then
done.
instead of
Hold up.
arguing against it in real time because
I
you
am
don't fucking
so
know.
done.
You see what
I am so done. This is the disrespect. This is the disrespect right here. She said your own family. Imagine 9 girls in your family have been violated. This mofo goes back to percentages. I can't. I had to be snacking, but now I had to get my ginger ale for this one. I can't believe he said that. I can't believe the man said that. Why do you gotta look at the percentages for? It shouldn't be that much. And like the lady said, the person who done did it to it's right in the place with them. I tell you guys all the time. The only reason why Bape don't stop with kids because some men are so effed up. The person who the woman now that they are women, their uncle did them a favor, right? When you touched her when she was young, you did me a favor, right? You damaged her as a kid, so now I have a damaged woman. You did majority of the work for me. That's why a lot of them little chesters around the block, they not under the ground. They're not under the ground. Why? Because they're serving a purpose. That's why they're not getting caught and beat up and all that other stuff. Because you made them all messed up. You getting them ready for me. Why would I stop Chester? Why do people joke about Chester? Chester is really not a joke. To say, oh, Chester the mother, and people say it real jokingly. Like that shit is fucking cute. You know what I'm saying? They think it's a joke. He want to talk to all little girls. Why is he still standing there? Why, if y'all know these things, why is he still standing there? You understand what I'm saying? A lot of times, it's sad to say, but because of whatever they told the child, a lot of times their mother nor father knows, right? They don't know. A lot of times, like junior high school, like towards the end of junior high school and high school, when you think your daughter has changed, she's been changed. You're now seeing the brunt of it, right? Whatever happened to she when she was younger, and you're trying to figure out why your daughter is acting the way that she's acting, right? Either disrespectful, cutting school, maybe cutting herself, right? And you're trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And then somewhere down the line, you never know when she tells the truth, right? Sometimes it could be a little boy. We don't know, or a lot of times they are scared. But a lot of times when your kids start acting up, you're thinking they're hormonal. You're thinking that's because they with a new set of friends. You don't know they have been violated by the age of 5 and 6 years old. They get a little distant. They always want to leave the house. They always want to go with their friends because that house is terrifying for them. The house is terrifying. And they just, like, later on, they'll tell their parents or whatever. But again, we got to stop with this joking. But that's just or that old man or that dirty old man. Like, why is that glorified? If he's a dirty old man, why is that glorified? Why is the name, when you say Chester, is funny, and when you say dirty old man, why is that man glorified? Why is that man looked over? If you understand what I mean, why is he looked over? We should never be, oh, that dirty old man. It's fucking kids, and y'all, that's it. That's just it. So, which means y'all know what these men are capable of doing, but nobody does nothing. Nobody does nothing. Do you think your child is not next? Ain't a thing funny about that mess. We have gotten so desensitized to that term Chester and dirty old man that we think it's okay to say. Like we think it's okay. But we give them that label for their actions and nothing is done. Nothing is done. Because the more messed up these young ladies are, they become targets. They become like a Christian Rock and like they really dysfunctional, right? And when you hear their story, that's when they start to tell. It's not that, but see, that may too play a part in them. Well, not you, but I'm just speaking in general because I don't want to put nothing in the universe. Sometimes when they know the parents are protectors, that works against you too. Because now I can't tell because I don't want to be the cause of somebody getting hurt, somebody going 6 feet under, right? They don't, you know your father crazy, right? So if you say something, you know what he gonna do to me, right? So sometimes things work against you or for you, right? So the best thing you do is watch their behavior, keep their ass home. But if they got to go out, find different ways to ask them questions, right? My kids would tell if anything. No, that's why I say I'm not talking about yours, Mimi. I'm talking just in general because this y'all forget this is a program too. Other people may be listening. Yeah. My daughter would call me and tell me what happened in her school, and she would tell me what's going on with her brother's school. Yeah, thank gosh. Thank goodness that we all have a relationship with our kids that they will do that, but a lot of people do not, right? We don't know how terrorized they are. We don't know how scared they are, right? And a lot of times, I tell you, I'm going to do a show on love, right? Sometimes we don't know the age that it happened. So sometimes your kids forget because they came in the word of love, right? They came in the word of love. A lot of times they don't even know what you know how many women I spoke to just spoke regular and it stopped me because I'm like, do you know what happened to you? They did what? Right? And sometimes when they get, that's why I say you got to watch their behavior. Because if it happened to a 4 or 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, they don't know they've been violated. So what is there to tell? Right? And by that time, they blank that out. If you're really, really, really young, you blank it out. But all you know is you're stuck with the behavior. You're stuck with a lot of people wonder why my daughter is out there. Why my son is out there. Because things may have happened to them. Right? There's so many twists and turns here. Right? And again, make sure you guys pass this message around, right? Pass it. Pass the message. Yeah, because it doesn't apply to you. That doesn't mean you can't tell somebody else where you can help them, right? But age plays a big part in this. Because they can't tell you what they don't remember. Now, when they start getting older, they start remembering things. But they still don't know they've been violated until somebody tells them, oh, you've been violated. Hey, Positive Queen on Purpose. Yeah, I'm telling you, Positive Queen, he was less than 100 when I started watching this man, less than 100. And we had named him Keon, right? We named him Keon. And now he's blowing up. He's blowing up. But thank you for listening, Positive Queen on Purpose. I appreciate that. But I just like to say, I don't know what this man, he took what that lady said and he didn't hear nothing. He didn't hear anything at all. Yeah, my nose is getting all stuffy. Oh, it's probably stuffy already. This weather is crazy. But let's carry on.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm seeing 4 out of 9 now. The numbers are changing.
Hold on, Shan, you got that.
60% of black girls, particularly.
Shan, you gotta
He was less than 100. We didn't know.
60% of black girls, in particularly, she said.
I said 60% of black girls, particularly, are insane before the age of 18.
Yeah.
We can, but I'm just letting you know because that's the number that I know off the top of my head. That it's because you said it's a minority. 60% is the majority. And that's before adulthood. So we ain't even accounting for once adulthood is reached, how many of that other 40% gets lumped in.
Can I ask you a question, Six? Hey, Shane, you got it. Hey, drop it, come back. Your echo is crazy. Six, let me ask you a question. Have you ever had anything stolen from you?
Nah.
You've never had anything stolen from you? Okay.
If someone stole something from me, I never noticed it was stolen.
Still got an echo, Shane.
He be lying.
Cassandra, have you ever had anything stolen from you?
My dignity.
Just your dignity?
Yeah, be lying.
Prototype, have you ever had anything stolen from you? And I'm not even saying like robbed, like while you were, you know what I mean? Just, something stolen out your car. Huh?
Something like tangible things?
Yeah, material things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you report it to the police?
Once I did, yeah.
Once you did? Okay. I've had a lot of stuff stolen from me. I didn't report it to the police. I just had my wallet stolen like a month ago out of my car. Some other things too, but the most important thing was my wallet. The majority of people, when they get shit stolen, they never report that shit. So you really don't. So whatever the numbers say, like the amount of theft that's in, that shit is fucking probably times 10. That shit is like ridiculously, it's way higher than whatever is being documented. So if they're saying that, even like they said 1 out of 3 women, I think the number is significantly higher than that, because women walking down women coming out of a bar and getting there and getting groped, women getting their butt slapped, women getting groped on a train, women getting even also in relationships, women getting coerced into having sex in relationships with their husbands, with their boyfriends. Yeah, like when you really start to do the nut, you like that shit. Probably like every woman that been through this shit,
and then going through it again multiple times throughout her life, because we're talking starting in childhood. So imagine reporting this, getting no justice, and then consistently experiencing recurring traumas at the hands of men. Imagine what it's like to wake up every day knowing that your traumas are
Well, I
irrelevant
know
to the men
how
around
tough
you.
it can be for
You
young
can't.
mothers.
It's unfathomable.
and then you and then
things that are like mental illness.
say it again. What'd you say?
The people that do that have mental illness.
No, they're regular mental women. I know I have. I've never grabbed a woman out the club, but I've definitely coerced a girl. I didn't even know. I didn't even know what it was. That's what, to Shan's point, I didn't even know. Without a doubt, I had no idea. I thought that's what you were supposed to do. Ask a girl a bunch of times to have sex. 6, shut the fuck up. Damn, bro. Shut up, bro. I'm not like you. I'm not no weenie. I don't get up here to lie, nigga.
Bro, you just said you admitted to it. I'm the weenie. That's crazy.
What did I admit to?
Did you not just say majority of men? You think all 3 of us have stayed a woman before?
I'm pretty sure you have, yeah.
Fuck no, you're crazy.
I agree with that.
Okay.
In a sense, you're crazy. Not me.
Okay, not you, criminal. Not you, huh? you fucking criminal. You don't, sir. You can't, sir. Do not argue ethics with me. You are a whole piece of shit.
Just because I did that,
You were selling Fenty to people on the street, bro. They were unaliving. Like, shut the fuck up. Do not play that game with me. I'm not like you. I'll be honest. You think Fenty is cool. Hold on, 6, be quiet. You think selling Fenty is cool. That's why you were like, I'm the Fenty guy, you fucking goofy. But when I call out some shit that I know most men have done, because I know most men aren't taught, like we just said, most men aren't. You just said it. Yeah, you don't have to be taught that. You don't have to be taught whatever. But I know, because I can listen to you. You a goofy. You definitely done told a girl, just let me put the tip in. Oh, just let me do this. Oh, just one kiss. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Assault is only physical. Like, are you under the impression that you can only assault somebody with your hands?
Yo, everything that he just listed out, I've never done that. What the fuck are we talking about right now?
Okay.
I think you've done a lot worse.
That's what I think you've done a lot worse.
Hold on, you got to mute because I got to echo, and I'm going to drop after this. I think you've actually done a whole lot worse, and that's why you're acting like this right now, because
that right there is a tactic. That's a tactic. Because I don't agree with you, you're going to vilify me. It's not working. I never did that point right, period. I'm not like, what the fuck?
It's because you're reacting the way that you're reacting right now. You didn't even stop to hear out what he was talking about.
Yo,
you just
Shan, listen to me, Shan.
not me. Not me. Shut up and wait until I'm done. You can say whatever you want when I'm done talking. What you have to say is not more important than what I have to say. Now, before he even could explain what he meant by that, you jump to this next. Oh, no, not me. No. Usually the men that are the loudest about not me, it's because you've done something way. When we talk about coercion, and because most of you have done it, like, let's be so honest, but we know you can't be. Most men who have coerced somebody into sleeping with them, they don't know that they've done that. So, of course, to you, you're like, no, I've never done that, because you don't know, because you don't know what it looks like. You don't know what it feels like. If you asked a woman on a date more than one time after she told you no, you've coerced somebody. If a woman told you she didn't, can I finish, please? We know you've never done any of this, but like I said, you've probably done something way worse.
Yo, I'm not these
you guys be talking. Shut up, okay? We don't believe you, so it doesn't matter. Shut up and wait until it's your turn. Like I said, at most every man has done something like that. Most every man has slept with a woman after she's had one too many drinks, even if it was his girlfriend.
Mhm.
You slept with your girlfriend after y'all had a night out drinking. Stop lying. You've had your girlfriend has been, smoking on something or whatever.
Taking
You still
Fenty.
slept with her at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you've met somebody that you really like, and you thought that you were being persistent in continuing to ask them out until they said yes. Like most all men have done something like this, and all of it falls under the category of SA. But because most men don't understand what coercion looks like, they don't understand what any of this is, your knee-jerk reaction is, oh no, I've never done anything like that. But like I said, usually the men who scream about how they've never done anything even remotely considered SA, they've done something way worse.
Yeah, I don't trust any. To be honest with you, I don't trust men when they react that way. You can say, well, I haven't done it before. Maybe I'll believe you. But the way you reacting, oh, no, not me. It could never be me. Like, shut up. It's you. It's definitely you. It would never. I would.
About sharing pictures.
Ooh.
I bet you've done that, Six. I bet you've gotten some.
Hold on, let her go, please. Say that again, Miss Angie. Go back because there was a lot of interference. Hold on, Six.
It wasn't my original thought. I don't know who said it. I added in the comments, but that's abuse. That is assault. If somebody sends you a provocative image or an image that they want to impress you with for you in your eyes, and you share that with another human being, you've assaulted that person. Oh, and every set of eyes that looks at that image that wasn't meant for them is a crime. It's a sexual crime. It is a violation.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me you've never shared an intimate picture with somebody that wasn't meant for.
Can I talk now? Okay, I'll answer that question by saying this. I put it on my salvation. I have never sent another. What are you talking about? I'm not one of these guys.
Jesus don't like. Hold on, Six. Hold on, Six.
I'm not a devil worshiper like you guys.
Hold on, Six. Hold on, Six.
I never did that shit before.
Hold on, man.
The reason why I reacted, public is my turn.
I got you.
The Bible worships naked babies. What are you talking about?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Hold on, Six. I'm gonna tell you something.
Yo, send me the verse.
Jesus don't know you. That man looked at your picture and said, I don't know this man.
Guess what, public? That's nice to know, but I actually believe in the Bible, unlike you devil worshippers. But look at this. The reason why I reacted like that is because you're gonna put something heinous on me like that. You don't even know who the fuck I am. Obviously, I'm gonna react. If I call public a murderer, obviously you're gonna be like, what the fuck? I'm not a murderer. Come on now.
You're not listening, obviously. Some of this stuff isn't that heinous.
Yeah.
It's just par for the course. It's part of our society.
That's heinous.
Shut up.
Hey, are you hearing
somebody a DM?
It's Shan's echo.
When they haven't responded to you.
Mm-hmm.
Coercion. You keep DMing them. You see they're not responding, or they've said, no, I'm not interested. I got a boyfriend. You meet somebody in the club. Hey, can I buy you a drink? No, I'm okay. 20 minutes later, you still over here with no drink? Girl, let me buy you a drink. Coercion. Like, it doesn't have to be this heinous thing. It's just, to men, it looks like persistence. It looks like going after what you want. Talking about that's drawing direct. No, you're the only one to read.
We all heard the octave change too, right? You remember the octave change I referenced?
Yeah, it went up. It did go up. What, me? Not me. Let me read these super chats real quick. Ruby Payne said, men's vetting obsession is about control, not getting picked. They don't do better. Oh, they booted Shan. Men's vetting obsession is about control, not getting picked. They don't do better when they are picked. They want to make laws to pick for women and trap women dangerous idea, especially right now. Trap women in dangerous ideas, especially now. I think I read that right. Knox V said, I never been SA before. Yeah, I sympathize and understand that most women have. I don't understand why men can do the same. Why they can't do the same. Because they're not empathetic. Marsha P said 10 on Fenty, 10 on the Fenty fool. He's a creep. They got 10 on the Fenty God's head. Vonnie said 6 assaulted a whole community via selling drugs. Oh my God.
Hey, I'll take accountability for that, but not for the bullshit you guys are putting on my name.
Okay. Yeah, man. I hope they didn't clip Shan. They sure did. Yeah. I hope they didn't get her for good. Hope they didn't get her for good. Nah, she didn't. They clipped her. Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to answer that bottom one, though, Paul.
Go ahead.
Why are men better at vetting than women? I'm gonna be all over the place with this one, to be for real.
Please don't.
I think we pick better, like, for worst case scenarios, you know what I'm saying? Because like if the relationship break up and they end up with a baby or something like that, 9 times out of 10 the woman gonna be like a good fit. But the opposite on the opposite side of the spectrum, the women either gonna be messing with in cahoots with like a deadbeat or
in cahoots,
etc.
What are you saying? I don't understand. What was the point of that? What were you saying?
I was saying like men pick better. Just plainly said, men pick better. I don't know about vetting because it's like what I'm saying.
We pick, but what do we for pineapples? What do we pick better? What do you mean?
Like vetting women, like when we vet the women that we want, we pick better in the sense.
No, women are better than men, generally speaking. So you don't gotta pick better. You get BPG, you got a decent woman. You get Miss Andrew, you got a decent woman. You see what I'm saying? Like it don't matter. You just pick a woman and she's decent. Where when you flip it over from women to men, the majority of men aren't decent people.
Not really, Paul, because I'm pretty sure you know some women on TikTok that you dislike, and if you put them against BPG or Miss Sandra, you probably wouldn't pick them. That's not like if I dislike them, I dislike them, but that's not. They wouldn't do me wrong. Even look, this is what I'm saying. A pick me woman, I'm not worried that she's gonna do me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like if I dated a pick me, she ain't gonna do me wrong. I'm not worried about her like cheating on me. I'm not worried about that stuff. Right? She ain't gonna whatever. But red pill and pick me women are on the same side. But a red pill man, oh yeah, terrible. He's gonna be abusive more than almost guaranteed he's gonna be abusive. So most men, sadly, whether they identify or not, are a part of the proverbial red pill, right? Because most men are misogynistic. It's just I think most men in America are extremely misogynistic. I think most American men, and when I'm saying extremely, I'm saying either not being misogynistic, somewhat misogynistic, you know what I'm saying? Very misogynistic or extremely misogynistic. Most men are extremely misogynistic in America. Most men, right? I think they do got tendencies, yeah, but I don't. When you say that, I just don't think that it's just at the base, because I just think it's just an awareness thing. Like they limit to what may affect the opposite person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why they're advocating to lower the minimum age requirement for marriage, because women don't want your asses. It's not women that are advocating to marry minors; it's only men.
Where they come from, though?
You're talking about options. You're running out of options, and you're saying that men are vetting women. You're not. You're just running out of choices. You're running out of options. And it's not women that are advocating for giving you more options. It's you.
Damn.
Okay. Thank you for that random piece of information.
But that's not, you missed what she's saying? What? How did you miss that?
They do.
What we're talking about, that ain't, I ain't get it.
Okay. Men aren't better at vetting.
Oh, you got a channel, Mimi?
It's just that women
Let me
are
see.
better people than men.
Let me
Women
see.
are also staying away from men, which is cutting off the options for men, right? Like men don't have as many options. Sandry brought up the fact in lower marriage marriage ages so that men can have more options. They're not better at vetting. We don't have options. We're running out of options because women are staying away from us.
If they don't have enough options, don't that mean they're gonna start picking from bottom class women? Right.
What are bottom class women?
I mean, the women that's actually like turning away, the women that actually turn away, we don't have access to them, right?
Yeah.
So what that leaves us?
That leaves you with coping skills that you should learn.
Pick me's? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean bottom class women? What is that? What is the most bottom class woman is still better than the highest class man, more than likely. Like, I trust the bottom class woman over the highest class man, generally speaking. Just generally, I think they're gonna be more honest with me. Like, if you give me the higher class man versus the bottom class woman, who would I be more comfortable leaving my kid with? The bottom class woman. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean bottom class man? No bottom class women. I don't know what that is. What how do you quantify that? How are you qualifying?
But I'm just saying, like, the women that's not on their square, like the more top echelon women.
So the women you like more. Okay. Go ahead, Six. Six said he wanted to respond to that.
Yeah, you said we're running out of options. That's a lie. The 4B movement is only online. It's not in real life.
Whoa. Like, okay, now we know you've never touched grass because that should exist because
I'm
they're
on grass
actually
right
trying to pass. No, hold on. They're trying to pass laws that women have to procreate. The 4B movement came out of a government trying to literally force women to procreate. That shit didn't come out of anybody's ass. That shit's real. You're just mad that it's catching fire and that we're listening because we don't want anything to do with your asses anymore.
Hold on, wait, Six.
That's in Korea or wherever.
South Korea, yeah. Hold on, wait, watch the language. Hold on, Six. Watch the language. Yes, the 4B movement started out in South Korea. But the concept of women divesting from men altogether, whether what you want to call, like, it's like I can say it, like men. I mean, how we're looking at 4B is how I look at red pill. Like I just got done explaining about red pill, right? Red pill is just another way of it's just misogyny, it's just the patriarchy. Just calling it a red pill, right? It's the same shit. It's men buying into the patriarchy, right? Consciously, like to be red pilled is you consciously buying into the patriarchy. You're making a conscious decision. Yes, I'm a part of the patriarchy. I'm going to uphold it. Okay, that's bad. And that's why those men are typically more abusive than the men who unconsciously have bought into the patriarchy or not bought into it, yeah, but for lack of a better term, they have unconsciously bought into the patriarchy. They uphold the patriarchy unconsciously. That's what I'm saying. But what the F is the difference? Right? They're both upholding the patriarchy. They're both misogynistic. So the 4B movement is just women in America, whether they identify with the movement or not is irrelevant. If you're saying, though, in America, or I'm talking about on the continent of America, if you're saying that women are just wholeheartedly wholesaling men as a group together, all together, just saying, I'm staying away from men, you are sadly mistaken. The birth rate is down. SMEX is down. People having SMEX is down. No, sir. The economy plays a role in it. The economy also. How does the economy affect the birth rate? How does the economy affect the birth rate?
Let me ask you a question. If I was to walk, obviously because people can't afford to have kids, so obviously they're going to be.
Okay, let me ask you. Hold on, I got it. Let me ask you a question. So, is this the worst economy we've ever had in the history of the world? That's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you. I'll ask it again. Do you think? No, answer my question. Do you think this is the worst economy we've ever had?
Trick question, but no,
It's not a trick question. Okay. Now, when do you, if you had to guess, when do you think the economy was worse than what it is right now?
Yeah, he said trick question.
Cool. What do you think the average number of childbirths were in the Great Depression? Is the child rate, is the birth
I
rate
don't know.
higher now or back then?
Yes, he would.
Exactly. So what the fuck are you talking about?
it's still it's different, bro.
Nah, it's not different. You don't know what you're talking about. You tried it because you don't even know how the birth rate. You don't even know how the economy would affect the birth rate. How does the economy affect the birth rate?
Young people are afraid to have children because they can't afford certain things that people back in the day could.
What could they afford back in the day? What did they have?
House. I mean, the most important thing, a house.
During the Great Depression?
No. When they jumped out the window?
Now we're talking about now.
I know.
No,
I'm saying,
you didn't say that, sir.
During, you know how long the Great Depression lasts? It was like 8 years. It was a long fucking time. It was like 8 to 10. It was a long time. That was not, I think it was like 12 years in total. But yeah, it wasn't like a like it just, you know what I'm saying? Like it just whatever. It was like a half a generation, almost a whole generation of people, right? And I'm sure the rate dropped from whatever it was before to, you know, during the Great Depression. I'm sure it dropped, no doubt about it. The economy was freaking terrible during the Great Depression. And now look at the economy. It's not as bad. And you're saying the birth rate is down. The birth rate has been declining for the last 30 years. And the economy hasn't been going down for the last 30 years, sir.
It hasn't been that great in a long time though.
Well, nobody won't be having these babies.
Your children, because it sounds like you're projecting.
I had 0 abortions.
Turn to make the baby.
Game flexing.
6.
Hey, I never said I'm a perfect man, right?
Shut up. You stupid. Go ahead, the prototype.
That was an idiotic take, but okay.
Yeah, so you said you didn't believe in vetting. So what
Look at you, Indiana.
precautions and when you want to like be involved with somebody, what do you do? What would you suggest if you don't believe in vetting?
How do you take precautions against somebody? Protect yourself?
Yeah.
Know yourself. It's the best thing you can do. Know yourself and have confidence and, you know, have like self-worth so that when you do clock the red flags or whatever, you leave.
So you wouldn't say that vetting?
Was you just going to say that regardless? Because no, that's not vetting. Like, did you already have that like locked in the chamber? How the hell is that vetting?
I mean, when you, this like, to me, that's the whole part of vetting. Like you go analyze the person and see if they have red flags. What are their tendencies? What are they capable to do? I think a lot of people.
That wasn't what I said.
I think it's like a first to fifth date thing. No, you vet continuously. You know what I'm saying? Just in case you had to be a flight risk.
Yeah, vetting never stops. Let me read these super chats and I need BPG to go. Simone said, it's sad, but most men do not want. Hold on, we already read that one. Ruby said, man, hold on. Wait. When you start looking at men in your life sideways.
What are you doing?
Hold on. Maybe I missed that one. Vonnie said 6 assaulted. Oh, never mind. We read that one. Okay. I got through them all except for this one. Nia X said what he meant was dark-skinned single mothers. Jesus Christ. I hope that's not what he meant. What's up, BBG?
Hey, y'all. I came in right on time for the fornication and the cussing. That was the best part.
That's the best. I love that.
That's, you know. You can't, barbecue sauce ain't that spicy. Like,
bro, me swearing is not a sin, bro.
I know. It sounds like it. I mean, whatever. But I don't think that I think that women for sure could help men vet, but I don't think that men know how to vet. I think that they struggle in vetting their friends, they struggle in vetting their jobs, they struggle in vetting their relationships. And it's because of the fact that they are attached to believing that you can somehow be able to spot red flags from a mile away or even up close when you really can't. You cannot spot that somebody is gonna play in your face, because people who are determined to do so will be whatever it is that you want them to be until they're not. Like that's how the game goes. And if more men recognize, like, hey, I'm playing into the by trying to quote unquote vet people, instead of literally, sometimes you live and you learn. That's all. Like that's a lot of what it's going to be. That's what life is going to look like. Like you meet a person to be consistent in who they are, then you know, okay, this is somebody that I can stick with. Like you've talked about your wife before, and you talked about how this woman consistently has not lied to me. She's consistently not played in my face. I've watched her become a good girlfriend, then a good wife, then a good mom. Like you saw that process play out, and she's been consistent throughout the entire time. That's the only way that you know. You could not have possibly vetted, especially when you encounter a really good partner. You realize more every day. Like, ain't no way I could have picked you. Like that, no, I would have fumbled if I picked a bunch of people that looked like what I wanted them to look like in a line. I still wouldn't have picked right, because there's no way I could have prepared myself for the amazing person that I had. So for men who say that, like they really believe that people, meanwhile their friend is plotting to rob them right there.
I was saying that.
They ain't paying no attention to the fact that they around untrustworthy friends, untrustworthy family, untrustworthy women, and we're supposed to believe that you have the ability to vet better. And the same men who will say that you can vet better and choose better men get caught up in, you know, the quote unquote child support system. They love talking about the child support system. But you couldn't vet that. You didn't notice that lady was out for a buck. You didn't see how dumb that sounds. That you got caught up with somebody who.
Hold up, wait. Now, I will say that number one, you really can't vet people. What she said was absolutely correct. It has to be consistency, right? But certain things make a mask fall off faster, right? That's why you always have to be yourself, right? That's why you always have to be yourself. So either A, they're going to run, or B, the mask fall off, right? If you go in pretending, because a lot of these men, the narcissistic men, they're going to be whatever you want them to be. And that's why it's hard to vet them. They are narcissistic. They are on the opposite spectrum of an empath. They will seek you out, fill you out. They listen to everything you say. They like what you like. They do what you do. And they are there for you through thick and thin in the beginning, right? The minute you get comfortable, the mask fall. What the hell? Golden. The thing is, we have to stop falling in lust really quick and calling it love. Nobody has proven anything to you that would make you say the word love, right? The minute somebody say, oh, I like her body. Oh, she got to look like this. Her body has to look like that. That's because they are empaths themselves, Indiana Mama. They're just on the opposite spectrum, right? They are dark empaths. That's why empaths attract empaths. One is light, one is dark, right? We have to stop meeting people and falling in love, right? That's where you go wrong at. That's where you go wrong at. Y'all remember that old Percy Sledge song? Take time to know her. It's not an overnight thing. We don't take time to know people. We don't take time to see their family. We don't even see how they act around their family. Like, we don't put ourselves in position to see who they truly are. Right? Now, I like to teach red flags because people don't really understand red flags mean before you fall in love and go. Right? Before you fall in love, bounce. If you see this, bounce. But the problem is you put your feelings into it. That you put it with this imaginary person. You have to sit around. If a man telling you, well, I don't F with nobody. I be by myself. All I do is chill in the house. Does it sound good? Yeah. I don't really F with my family. If my family ain't ish, then you need to go find out if his family really ain't shit. Okay? You need to go find these things out. Everything they stop you from learning about them, you need to find it out, or you need to leave them alone. You need proof, right? Y'all always want the proof in the relationship. No, you need the proof before the relationship. Before you fall in love, listen to what he say too. Listen to what he says. I don't hang with nobody, then I ain't got no proof. Why you don't hang with nobody? Oh, I don't mess with my family. I can't mess with you if you don't mess with your family until I meet your family and see that they are some terrible people. I'm the black sheep. I need to see if you're the black sheep. See, that's how you start narrowing things down. See, you can't say that you got to do these things. You got to find out what he is hiding from you. This is even before the isolation technique. You got to find out in the beginning when it sounds all good. But that's going to create the isolation technique. So, yeah. But you want to find out if he's trying to create that. Right? Get your mind off of, oh, how he make me feel. No, he don't make me feel no way until I get to see is what he's saying is true. And if you don't have, I'm sorry, you may make a good one get away. Well, good luck for her. But I'm not trying to find out. I ain't trying to F around and find out. So, yeah, listen to what these men say. You got all this family. You don't mess with none of them. Now, I could see if he don't really deal with his family because maybe he moved, they're older. You know, sometime when that main person passed away, the family like sprouts and everybody goes separate ways. That's different. But they still call each other. There's, how you doing, cuz? What's up, sis? I ain't here. How you doing? How my little I love y'all. Now, if you don't hear none of that, because they don't want you to meet anybody who can say anything about them. Right? They don't want you to. They don't want you to see none of that. Right? Now, he could have a hell of a good family. So if he got a good family, why would he say he the black sheep? I seen the family. The family is cool. The family is nice. They treat him nice. But he told me he the black sheep. He said he ain't got no friends. But come to find out, he got friends. That's when you could tell they have a plan for you. That's some other ways. It's a lot of other ways. But the trick is you got to listen just as hard as they listen. And don't be so quick to try to catch them out there and call them a liar and want to answer. Your job is to go. Your job is to bounce. Your job is not to prove he's a liar. He's a liar, right? He is a liar. You don't have to prove it, right? Yeah, we don't know when to bounce. We want to give chances. Don't lie to me no more. And they like, mm-hmm. Y'all want to prove something that's already proven. I don't get it. Then the women want to come real detectives. There's no need for that. It already been proven. Bounce. Go. Block. Do it very early. Try to get this information out really early. But we know that's the problem women have. We like to let these men know we smart. And we're going to listen. You say you was at such and such. But you was at really, no, you ain't got to do none of that. You playing with a dangerous person here. And all he going to do is make super duper love to you and make you forget everything you just found out. He going to give you the best loving you done never had. You heard what I said? He going to give you the best love. He going to turn you out. You stick around, then you're going to forget. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Man say, that's like Tyrese. I was going to talk about that, but I'm going to talk a little bit about that. He got all of these people going after his baby's mother. First of all, that anytime you let a bunch of people attack the child and your mother, we should automatically know something is wrong with you. Your child has to hear all the disgusting things they have to say about your child's mother because you put it out there, number one. Number two, you're crying about going to court when you were supposed to pay, I think, $6,000. Tyrese says, no, I want to pay $2,000. So Tyrese is in arrears. Tyrese, people making it seem like she greedy. The girl she doesn't get no alimony. She doesn't get a penny from Tyrese, okay? Tyrese had an ironclad prenup. Now, I'm going to help you men out real quick. A prenup has nothing to do with child support. You could have an ironclad prenup that has nothing to do with child support. So you thinking you got her. No, you got her right when you put that baby up in her. Tyrese been out of jail. Tyrese had that money, but Tyrese wanted to make her suffer, right? Tyrese treat women like objects. Look how he treats Zelly. She always got to wear the most skimpiest clothes. She always have to show her body. He always got, come on, these, exactly, Indiana mama. But the problem is, being that she didn't get anything from the divorce, $3,000 is not even paying for the rent, right? She makes money No, she wants her daughter to go to the same schools the other rich kids go to. People like, oh, well, why she can't go to regular school? This. No, he make enough money where she doesn't have to. Why should she? Why should she? He treat her like an object. He sat there. This my black queen. No, he treat women like objects. He's very arrogant, right? And you could tell that things have to go his way. She can't really tell the story because she don't want to mess up none of her money, right? She don't want to put her business out there, but we can see how a relationship with Tyrese might be, how it might be. Your ass whining every goddamn minute. Come here, sit down, put off your clothes, do this, do that. Like every time he be around Zelly, he's like Zelly is nothing but a sex object. Zelly is a human being. She doesn't, no. Nas is not paying $90,000, okay? Nas is not even paying all his child support, right? That's what the court stated. Now, it's up to the woman if she pursues it. It's up to the man if he pays it, and it's up to the woman if she pursues it. Khalees never pursued it, right? But you gotta remember, people have to make content. Yeah, no. She said it out her own mouth. That is untrue. It is not true. He does not have to pay no $90,000 a month. No, sir. Right? His daughter won't want to the end. She has to still have the same lifestyle. But Tyrese sat up there and made it seem like she want more money. She got three more. She got 3 law firms, and Tyrese even had it in the prenup that if they divorce, she got to pay for her own lawyer. Tyrese, in the beginning, he thought of her as nothing, and that prenup left her with nothing. So Tyrese, again, had it to whereas if you want to marry me, you're going to sign this, and if you don't do what I say, you're left with nothing, right? If you don't act right, you left with nothing. She signed it. I'm going to play it again, right? Where she says she doesn't get it. And this is recently, right? I'm playing for you. Now, I ain't going to play it for you right now. But I'm going to play it for you, Mimi. Okay? But no. Now, that little $10,000 a month, again, it wasn't about the money. Nas lied. Nas don't pay that much. I told you she answered him. It was like, no, tell Nas to show you the paperwork. Tell Nas to show it. If Nas paid that much, tell him to show it to us. Show us where he paid that much money. I was trying to get Ray to marry you, but you blocked him out the chat. Who's Ray? Who Ray, Nick? I don't remember blocking no Ray. Who Ray? Right? But anywho, as I was saying, we women have to start taking precaution before you get all googly and fall all in love and stuff like that, right? You want to be a detective before you fall in love, not after you fall in love, right? You want to be a detective before you get pregnant by these men, not afterwards, okay? Because now you're stuck. You are stuck. Now, you could choose to just roll dolo. Some people don't feel like being bothered. That's a lot of work. That is a lot of work. And a lot of women are choosing, men too. They do got MGTOW, men going their own way. But on WGTOW, women going their own way, right? They got MGTOW, we got WGTOW, right? Some people is choosing not to deal with it. And that's why even with the MGTOW, I ain't mad at them. I ain't mad. If you don't want to get these women pregnant, thank you. You don't feel like going through the system, thank you. You don't feel like being nobody that, thank you. I ain't mad at y'all. But it's a lot of damn work before you even get the first base. Some of these men, baby, they wrap it up. A lot of women, some women get pregnant while it's wrapped up too. Some people just don't feel like the headache. And then some people, like, they don't feel like giving their bodies away. Like, you wrapping it up just to get a nut. But it ain't worth that neither. Sorry. We are not a piece of meat. We're not here for you to get yours off. Sorry. And even for the men, they don't feel like, if just in case it slipped, I don't feel like going to no damn. I don't know. I don't bust through nothing. I don't know about that, Mr. Mimi. Maybe you know. But again, life is getting really serious. Y'all see all the hatred. And I think more men need to really start speaking out about this hatred towards women. Because you do have them fathers that say, hey, I will take somebody out. You forget, you start getting older. These younger kids start getting more reckless. Just like that girl, her father was in the household and she bought that boyfriend. They let that boy stay in that house. And he did something, and that young man popped that girl's father. He's no longer living. Right? They reckless. They reckless. These little young boys are reckless. They have no F's given. You pull out, then there's nothing but the ring of it. What? You know what I'm saying? So be glad if your kid do not want to be bothered with anybody. Be glad. That's what is going to change things. Men talking to men. They need to, but see, they don't want to check each other because they mad that Pookie and Ray Ray has more game than them. You know why? Because Pookie and Ray Ray listen to women. So Pookie and Ray Ray knows how to cater to women. And they're mad. They mad. Pookie got game. Ray Ray got game. So you figuring they don't want the good guys, so you say. That's because you're not listening. Pookie showing you how to do it, damn it. Pookie, Ray Ray showing you how to do it. Pookie, Ray Ray listening to them. But you don't hear Pookie and Ray Ray saying, "Oh, I want submission." They like my beautiful queen, my darling. Even though it's a bunch of bullshit, right? It's a bunch of bullshit. But Pookie and Ray Ray, y'all go learn from Pookie and Ray Ray. Pookie and Ray Ray sit up there making all these babies, and all you men with money can't. So y'all better go follow Pookie and Ray Ray. You don't hear Pookie and Ray Ray, "Well, I'm the provider, and you better do what I say, and I'm the man of the house." Pookie and Ray Ray saying none of that dumb shit. Pookie like, "Yeah, baby, this your house." Pookie like, "Yeah, you run this house, baby. Yeah." Pookie saying whatever she want to hear. And why y'all mad? What you mad for? Then Pookie and Ray Ray, they take their time. Because they had X with a lot of women. So they give these women good X while you sitting up there on the internet and shit, whining like a bunch of bitches. Just a whining and crying, calling women 304. You don't hear Pookie and Ray Ray call her 304. Pookie like, "Yeah, baby, yeah. Let's go half. Let's go half on this drink. Let's go half on the Zaza." Even though he's supposed to pay the full thing. But you don't hear Pookie and Ray Ray talking that crap. Pookie and Ray Ray not going to stay long, and just Pookie and Ray Ray will leave your ass. But if you not plan on not leaving the woman, then you need to get some of Pookie and Ray Ray game. How y'all mad? Every time I'm talking about Pookie and Ray Ray, y'all really haters. Y'all mad because Pookie and Ray Ray getting all of it. But then learn how to talk like Pookie and Ray Ray. Pookie and Ray Ray ask for no submission. Pookie and Ray Ray is cooking breakfast. Right? Pookie and Ray Ray ain't got to work, so they cooking breakfast and shit. Pookie and Ray Ray cooking dinner. Pookie and Ray Ray, they clean house. Pookie and Ray Ray go laundry. Pookie and Ray Ray ain't got nowhere to stay. So they going to take care of the household. Who the hell is Ray? Damn it. Who is Ray? You know what I'm saying? Pookie and Ray Ray get more. Even with these with a lot of money. Pookie and Ray Ray get it for free. And they mad. They mad. They mad. Pookie and Ray Ray ain't got no money to throw around, but they get it all for free. Y'all got to become millionaires and billionaires. Pookie and Ray Ray still can pull the same woman that you pull. They only want money. They only want women only want us for our money. Now you talk that good game. I don't care what you look like. You talk that good game. Pookie and Ray Ray got you. Pookie and Ray Ray got your woman. They know how to satisfy her, make her still satisfied, even though it's temporary. But sometimes Pookie and Ray Ray, you can't get rid of their asses neither. They ain't got nowhere to go. And his name was Ray. Let me go see if I can find Ray. Let me see if I can go find Ray and tell him I'm sorry. Right? But I'm just saying. Right? But vetting is a job. It is a job. Right? And you women, it's this guy. I used to watch him. His name, if I'm not mistaken, his name is Alexis. That's his name. But he been on a long time, right? He's been, he always say the things that I say, but he said it in a male way. But he be on the spot. I forgot the name of his show. But I'm going to start showing some more because he be saying the God's honest truth. Women, I don't care if the minute you find something Be willing to walk away. Stop being scared to walk away. Bounce. I don't care. Suffer in silence. Go cry on a pillow. It does not get no better. And I am not waiting for you to do. Don't take them chances. Do not take them chances. Because what Tyrese, nobody talks about in that prenup that Tyrese had, that was financial abuse. That was financial abuse. But nobody wants to talk about that. So now we supposed to be mad at her because she want the correct child support when she could have been getting alimony too. She could have been really getting Tyrese pockets. Nobody want to say that though, right? She could have been getting a lot more out of Tyrese. A lot more. She didn't even bleed Tyrese. But Tyrese wanted things to go his way. He said, they say pay this much. Tyrese said, I'm only giving her this much. Now, he could have been paying the child support. But again, she left him, so she must suffer. Now, I ain't paying you nothing. Here's a couple of dollars. I'm a great dad. I'm a ninja. She didn't bleed that man. She ain't getting no money. He ain't giving her nothing. She paid her own rent. How you gonna be with a millionaire and you pay your own rent? That little $3,000, that's literally for the daughter. But she can't have no activities. She can't travel. She can't go places. She's the people again, because of this manosphere and this red pill, people are not fully looking at. They got it. The paperwork is public. The paperwork is public. Nobody wants to look at the paperwork. They just want to blame her. That's all they want to do is blame her. So again, he's speaking, well, nobody, the man, and then she left me, and she didn't tell why, and what happened was, it was really for the financial agreement. It was a financial agreement. She would have got her alimony. I never did nothing. She just left me. Whoever believed that, I got a bridge to sell you. I have a bridge to sell you out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. You treated that woman like a damn object. A sex object. Saying, we see how you do Zelly. We see, go check his page out. Poor Zelly, one time Zelly was able to wear sweatpants. One time. And that's when his ass that broke down. Something happened at the Home Depot. He's suing Home Depot too, right? He's suing Home Depot and shit. So he's recording it. Poor Zelly had to run down there with sweatpants on. I'm like, oh, poor Zelly. You better go put that sexy dress on and them hurt your damn feet to run down there. You know you got to look sexy for him so everybody can see what his woman look like. Ew. Then he found that money though. Ew, y'all nasty. He had nose dripping and snot. Wow, you and Jackie take look. But I'm going to do a part 2 tomorrow. I'm going to do a part 2 tomorrow, but I'm going to be on the other side. If y'all don't have Tony T, please come on over to Tony T tomorrow. Some of y'all gonna have to probably catch the replay. I'm gonna start a little early. I'm gonna try to get a couple of videos in over there. I gotta get my hours up. So come on over there to Tony T. We're gonna do a part 2. We're gonna hear the rest of this, right? But that's another 2 hours. I'm not doing another 2 hours because it's like almost 2 o'clock here. But I thank you all for being here. She put the Tony T link in there. If y'all don't have Tony T, bring Tony T. Oh Lordy. Hoo. But I thank you all. Thank you, Replay Gang. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment, right? And we need more men to speak up. Speak up. Thank you, Positive. I appreciate that. Now, I see y'all in the morning.
In the land of real, there's a love that's true. Sugar love is her name, spreading sweet.
Love and light to you too, Indiana Love. I appreciate you too, my brother.
As a summer breeze, a podcast, the soundtrack to everybody's heat.
Click on Tony T, guys.
She's the queen of soul. Ooh, yeah. The podcast, the place where the stories unfold. Ooh, yeah. News and entertainment with a touch so sweet. She's the heartbeat of the community's beat. Ooh, she brings the news with flavor like a cup of hot tea. Uncovering stories, bringing light to what we see. Ooh. With her infectious laughter, she uplifts every soul. Sugar love, she's the one who makes us feel whole.